Hello there.
We've got some treats in store for everybody today. I am curious to watch this one video though. The first one we're watching.
Oh, with Ronnie
Yeah, it
and
looks
Jordan. Jordan over there doing his thing.
I love Jordan, man. He's just so good at like the education part of it. Like he's really good at that.
Did you have to rewind that?
Yeah. Oh, wait a second. Let me get this off screen.
I love you too. See you in a couple hours.
Okay. Get our
I
name
love
right
Ronnie.
here.
His skits that he puts up just crack me up.
I like it when he has a wig. I like it when dudes are really good at like doing the whole put the wig on.
Well, he's making
Uh,
he's doing a cosplay of a certain social media nobody trying to be somebody, but she's definitely a somebody based on stuff that you should not even be popular for. You know, it's like
okay, so we're live. Go to YouTube and I'm going to get
the
that
link.
link
Okay.
to okay, here we are. Okay, copy. And then YouTube, I mean, whatever the other thing is, paste.
So, if anybody's watching, we've on our restream, we have constantly had problems on being able to restream to TikTok. So
Hmm.
Jennifer might have just figured out a way to do this.
I hope
So
so. I have a good feeling about it. Okay, so I've got that on there. So now I'm gonna go live on TikTok. Yes, I'm not even gonna say. Okay, so go live. Okay, I should be live. Yeah, it sucks too because I can't like watch my TikTok from my phone because I'm on this for some
yeah.
reason. Um, so this should be
Okay. So
sound.
let me go to your thing, see if you're
Testing, testing. One, two. Okay, there it goes. Okay, now I'm gonna go to
okay. Now I'm gonna
the get. Oh,
Okay.
here it goes. Co-host.
Did you send me a co-host invite? I haven't went live yet. So okay.
Oh, I said, boo. I was like, where? Why are the? Okay, yeah. So go ahead and go live first.
I was sharing the what you call it? The YouTube links.
I'm gonna share after it starts because if I do that, I'm gonna get way off track.
Okay. Click on the little infinity thing on the bottom left to see if that.
Hey, there you are. Okay. Hey, okay.
Did it take the screen share option away?
Yep. Hold on. It says it can't do it on co-host.
Okay, so I wonder if I just asked to join your live and if I'm going to be in like a little box.
Okay, try that.
Um, is can you remove me from the live?
Um, the hell? withdrawal. We're in a bat. I don't want to
I
do
want
that.
battles. What the hell?
What the hell? Okay. Oh, wait a sec. Yeah, I have no idea what the freak I'm doing. I mean, I'm getting a little bit used to it, but I'm trying to figure out how to. Okay, so here you are. It will not give me an option to take you off. Settings. Are you serious? Oh, wait. And co-host. God, that's like so crazy where they have that.
Okay, so then I'm gonna end this live and then go to your live. Oh, that still won't freaking matter because it will just have me in the. Well, maybe no. I don't know.
Let's
Okay,
just
I'm gonna.
try it.
Okay,
Let's see what happens.
I'll end this live and then come to your live and see if I just come in as a little box.
Okay.
We're just trying to figure out stuff, everybody.
Hey, I was on here earlier for a good 30 minutes, I guess. But like I was saying, I've seen all kinds of stuff on TikTok Live, like people just sitting there watching their water boil. Right.
I know.
So,
The creator waved at you, so it shows that you waved at me. Okay, let me see what happens.
So here we go, multi-guest. I invited you to multi-guest.
Okay, so it's got me in the little box.
Okay, let's see if I can bring up the scene.
The thing with the scene, is there a way that you could swap sides? Because this, like, put you on the bottom or like the layout? Because the scene.
Sure. Switch layout. Oh, okay, hold on.
Because the comments will cover what you're showing. Which I guess is still fine. Oh yeah, there you go. You move your ass.
Look, I can even do hold on. Make it that up there.
Oh, I'm in the thing.
Oh, yeah.
So it's showing the whole restream thing. Okay.
Yeah, like we're watching YouTube type it like yeah. I mean it works.
You wanna, I don't know, maybe
Invite to turn on camera. Hold on. I'm trying to make myself. Custom resolution. I have no idea what that means. Okay.
So I wonder if I should mute the mic on the YouTube, or not on the YouTube. I wonder if I should mute the mic on the TikTok, because when you're showing on the YouTube, people are going to hear
Yeah.
if we speak anyway. So.
Do I sound like I'm echoing?
Nah, you sound perfect.
Okay, cool. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. All right, so I wonder if I go full screen with that, what happens?
Take us off camera?
Wide camera. Oh, that's right. I can't change it during a live.
You can't change the restream layout during the live?
I can't change the TikTok.
Oh.
All right.
Well, can you do the full screen in the restream?
Yeah. Let's see what that looks like. Wait.
It's got to be a lag.
Crop. Hold on. I think I can crop this.
It's totally a lag.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Okay, so just wait. We should pop off. Yep, there you go. There we go.
Okay, so what if...
There you go. I mean, that's what?
I hear the lag really bad.
Oh.
It's like, I don't know what's real right now.
Well, I would. Well, because people can hear us talking from the restream.
Yeah.
So mute your mic on the TikTok live.
Oh, it's lagging so bad. Okay. So right now I just muted it, and so I'm talking right now to see if it's like really crazy. Yeah. Oh my God, I was answering you on the... Okay.
Well, just get you off of the TikTok screen, and then we focus in the restream.
Primary speaker background. Okay, like, can you... Well, shit, it's a lag. Right now, can you hear me talking on TikTok?
Let me see.
Because, like, I turned the...
And then we focus in the restream. Okay, like, can you... I would take you off the camera. I would take you off the camera. I would take you. You know, if like you made yourself like a little small box or whatever on the camera on TikTok. However, you did that earlier.
You...
Can you hide behind my box? There you go. Because that way it won't mess people up. Because if they're seeing you talking and the whole lag thing, so we just pretty much want to show TikTok what we're watching on Restream anyway.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be able to focus though?
I think... Hold on.
Just turn your volume down on the TikTok studio if there's an option.
Hold on. I have to see. Okay. Hold on a second. I just need to see you in real life talk right now. Hold on. Let me change the thing real quick. Okay, so talk to me.
Hey, what's up?
Okay. So it is still a lag.
Mm-hmm. It's yeah.
Okay, I muted that.
You muted the TikTok live?
Yeah, so I'm gonna see. Like, testing, 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you at all on the TikTok live.
See, I can still hear it in my. So you can't hear me on TikTok live right now?
No.
Okay. Okay. What about? All right. Well, what about now?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's echoing.
It won't bother me that bad. You know, I wish I could.
Can't hear me on TikTok live right now.
It's echoing so bad. So you know what we could just do?
It wasn't echoing before though.
You know what we could just do is do 2 separate streams. Like we just do the regular restream, and then when we're done with this, we could go to TikTok and re-show everything.
Okay, so like watch the YouTube.
Yeah, we'll do our normal stuff here on the Restream app, and then whenever we feel like it or whatever, we just go over to YouTube. I mean, TikTok, and you do that whole thing, and we just rewatch what we just done.
It's like I feel like it would because like right now it's fine. You know what though? Yeah. It's the lag of like me hearing myself talk.
I know it's gonna throw you off big time.
Like oh like I had to go back to restream and put you on camera just so I could make sure I was still in like the record.
So yeah, we could just do 2 separate streams. The main thing is that now that you figured out, we can show on TikTok what we're watching. So we
Yeah.
could just do 2 separate streams, period. 2 separate times. So we can either rewatch our restream that we already streamed, or we could just go in and do the separate whatever YouTube videos that we're watching or whatever.
Yeah. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna try one more thing real quick.
Okay. Because I know once you hit play on that video, it's going to mess you up.
I thought it might have worked.
You know what we could honestly do? Huh.
So you're not talking right now.
No.
Okay. All right. Let's do that. I'm stopping the TikTok because it's like I don't think there's any way around that. I mean, there might be, but I don't think that we're gonna find out right this second. You know.
I mean, right now we could either just straight up head over to TikTok and go live there, or we could just do the restream.
Okay.
Did you end the TikTok live?
No, because I was like sitting there thinking, hold on, I had like a thought. Because like if and I mean if yeah, okay. All right, I'm gonna end the TikTok live.
Okay.
It's like I feel like at least I will say like at least it's better than like that time. Remember when I did it on my son's computer and stuff?
Yeah.
And it was like damn, we did all that shit. Oh, Misty, dude, we did all that shit and the goddamn fucking volume didn't work.
Yep.
Oh, I just cussed. Sorry. I forgot that. Well, never mind. Don't you get in trouble on TikTok for cussing?
Man, I don't give a fuck anymore. Okay, so we can either scratch this live
Mm-hmm.
and just go straight to you showing it on TikTok, or we just redo it later. But I think I don't know.
What do you want to do?
We're already here, so
Yeah.
we done figured out what we could do. We'll just whenever we go.
Yeah, going forward, we know that we can.
Yeah,
do that.
Because I know that lag.
Dude, it was like it was getting. At first, I was like, it's not that big of a deal, but it just I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Okay, so let's watch. Let me go share this real quick. Yeah, I was just like, whoa. All right, let's share this out. Oh, I should
Okay, well at least we figured that part out. I still feel like I need to reach out to Restream and be like, why aren't you allowing us? We have no restrictions or nothing on our TikToks.
Yeah. Well, that's my whole thing. It's like, hold on. Okay. Yeah, I could see if like there was like some type of violations. I remember like right after we got approved and we had been on TikTok live like a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
I got like a comment that got in trouble, but it like I went through the whole tooth and comb, whatever the hell you call it.
Tooth and
And,
comb?
like,
Did you say tooth and comb?
I said tooth and comb.
God dang, we're boomers.
I was like trying to find, but it's like you have to do a community guidelines on your live.
Right.
So I don't know what's up with that. And it's like if they're not going to let us do that, then they need to come up with TikTok Studio for Chrome. Okay, let's see. I don't know why, but I can't share stories to Instagram whenever we're live or whatever.
Ronnie commented. I said, Jen and I are about to watch your video live on YouTube right now.
Ronnie.
Oh, that's so cool. When you're a guest on a live, you get the recording as well.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That is cool. I didn't know it did that.
And it looks good on screen.
It does.
So what we can do is rewatch our restream.
Yeah.
Because it fits the whole screen. When you're live, It doesn't look like you are, but
wow, so it doesn't look like it did when we were live at all.
Right. So it does fit the whole screen. So that's what we'll do is we'll do our restreams, and then later on that day or the next day or whenever we plan to do it, we will just go rewatch our restream.
Okay. Unless we figure out another way, who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
I just think it's cool that we were able to at least do it. Okay, sorry, I'm slow. I gotta go. I'm gonna go get me some eggs and stuff later on tonight for Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and start cooking deviled eggs probably Monday. My son will be here on Tuesday, and everybody love Mama's deviled eggs.
Mama's deviled eggs. You little devil, you.
I love them. I love Thanksgiving. Like my husband's family, they're like the freaking Little House on the Prairie family. But like for some reason, they've just never been big on Thanksgiving. Like we used to go, like his sisters and his mom. We used to go on like a shopping trip every other year because I didn't want to be away from the family. But like a Black Friday shopping trip, and it was
Mhm.
cool because it was like me hanging out with the girls and stuff and going shopping. But um, since we've been married, it's kind of like, dude, we're having Thanksgiving, man. We're throwing down. We're getting full on some food and hanging out with the fam. Okay, I shared it everywhere, I think. All right, Ronnie. I'm sure this will be good. It looks good.
I freaking love Ronnie.
I did.
Ronnie,
I can't believe, like, when you sent that to me today, I was like, oh shit, I know that guy. I guess I just like lost. It must have been on another account or something. I was following him on.
he has amazing content.
Yeah,
Amazing content.
he's like natural. He's a natural.
I've opened up my mouth for opiates a couple times before. Okay, maybe a million times, but who's counting?
Yeah.
Point is, I know what it feels like to be physically and emotionally dependent on a substance. Like committed, ride or die. But what happens when you get hooked on something you never even meant to try? I've been sober for over 6 years now, and
Can
nothing.
you shut the fuck up?
Oh, sorry. I'm really passionate about my story.
Do you want to try this gas station heroin?
Oh, what is that?
7-0.
7-0.
Oh man.
708.
708.
708
Is 13 times more potent than morphine.
are easily available at convenience stores across the country. Highly addictive and marketed to people struggling with sobriety.
I'm gonna take one for the team. I actually asked my mom to go buy me some 7-0. She thinks it's an energy drink, so she's totally down to buy it. It's totally fine. For scientific purposes, I am going to experience the 7-0 debacle and then let you guys really know the tea. I think I have something here. Yeah, so just, you guys, I need to take one for the team. I know you guys are all just like super scared about it. No,
Can you pause it real
actually,
quick?
dude, I am not gonna do no 7-0 bullshit because I heard the withdrawals are incredible.
Okay.
Okay, so he says, awesome. Maybe I can talk to you all both about it. I'm trying to learn more on this. I'm going to ask him, does he want to join the restream?
That's cool. That's cool. Yep.
I'm going to have to give him my phone number because I ain't on Facebook, so I can't talk to Ronnie on Facebook
hate
Messenger
that.
anymore. Okay, so if anybody's watching right now, we're just pausing it real quick to find out if Ronnie wants to hop on here and join. He has amazing editing skills.
Yeah. Oh, so he edited this, I guess, and I don't know. Some people might have somebody edit it for them.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I always
yeah.
thought he did his own. Because he does his...
Poor
he's
guy,
got...
look at how he paused the fucking video. Oh shit. My bad. Look, he done the 7-0 done hit.
I'm over here secretly like, oh my god, I hope he didn't take one. I hope he did not take one. But I guess we'll see. I'm gonna send him a message.
Complicated. As always. My son I was making sure I was asking him what day he was coming back. Okay. I hate, dude, I'm really bad. Like, if I don't text somebody back and I swipe the notification away, I will never probably remember to go back and answer it.
I know, same.
Never. Man, it's just nice to finally be able to use the stupid TikTok studio, even though we can't use it the way we want to right now.
I didn't even, and you said it's not for Chromebook now, right?
No.
So they're doing a beta thing for.
Unless you have Windows, but I don't think you can
I
install
don't.
Windows. Yeah.
I don't.
I mean, you could technically do that thing I was telling you about, but like my husband was saying, like it would take so much capacity to run, run Windows on something that's not supposed to.
Yeah.
It's like we've evolved. Oh, we'll get there.
Just waiting for him to see my message. Come on down, Ronnie. Come on.
Is it cold there today?
No, actually, it's not.
It's rainy here, but it ain't cold, thank God.
I'm surprised we haven't even gotten like our first snowstorm.
Gosh, I do not look forward to that. Snow is really pretty the first day, and then like I'm done. Because it's like it turns to ice the next day, and it's all gross outside, muddy.
Yeah, I remember Tennessee getting black ice.
Yeah,
That's what I remember.
dude, that's scary to drive on. Ronnie.
I know you might as well put some music on.
Oh yeah, I could do that, huh? Let's do our chill. The chill one is nice. I like that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I was letting my son play his game on here to stream, he had the music. I'm talking about he had all this stuff set up within like 10 minutes. I'm like, dang, you already got all and he had like his iPad set up so he could look at the comments. And I'm like, dude, you know
Freaking gamers.
like, you know how long it took me to figure all that out?
That damn the way you paused it. So he was like me, he was addicted to his opiates and prescribed opiates and all that stuff. So we both our stories are sort of similar.
I don't actually. I'm gonna actually take a screenshot of this second. Wait, I can make a YouTube or a thumbnail.
Or a thumbnail with that.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I don't remember his full story.
Yeah, I followed him on TikTok for years. It was either late 2020 or early 2021. And I believe he went to like sober living or rehab. I don't quite remember how he got sober.
I remember him talking about doing little skits or whatever.
He never judged me for my pathway to recovery, and I respect that.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, if you're really trying to help people recover and you care about it, what the fuck does it matter what your path was? Like, as long as you're where you want to be in life, you're happy, that's what matters. It doesn't matter if you decide to go the Matt way. It doesn't matter if you go cold turkey, AA. I don't care,
Yeah, I don't care either. As long as you're on a path and you get to where you're going.
Yeah. And you don't walk around shaming people. I have a lot of respect for people that do that.
Same. Just waiting for him to see the message and come on over. Do you want to go ahead and just start playing it?
Yeah, we can.
Because I want to know. Oh, man, I want to know if he took one.
I want to say something, but I'm going to wait to see what happens. I was going to say it'd be funny if, like, he says that and, like, you know, it cuts away, like, editing 5 seconds later, and he's, like, on the ground doing, you know, like the grimace shake shit.
or doing the fit fold.
Yeah. That would be hilarious. Dude, my son, my youngest, he wanted me to do that grimace shake. We went and got one. And like my middle son was like, he poured it on him. And it's like cold. We're out in the middle of a field in the middle of the night with like, I've got flashlights and shit. It was fun though. And then my husband edited the video real good.
Did I see it?
I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna have to find it. Post it up. An oldie but a goodie.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna go to YouTube. I've got too many tabs open. All right, Ronnie. Oh goodness. Okay.
Incredibly horrible, worse than fentanyl withdrawal. They're much more intense. I mean, it's just the whole thing. And the sucky part is that these smoke shops and these places are marketing 7-0 as if it were kratom, as if it were a natural herbal tea, or as if it was even an energy shot, which is crazy. Like, they're marketing it towards people that are just trying to like feel awake. And it sucks even more because when you go, a lot of people have actually been going into treatment for it, and they're saying they don't even have robust like protocols in terms of detox for this shit. Like, it's so new that they don't know how to approach it necessarily. So I actually got to talk to Kratom Ninja. His name is Jordan. He's a former heroin addict, 12 years free from the heroin debacle. He is a Kratom advocate, author, and someone who actually works directly with researchers, lawmakers, and the Kratom industry. So if there's someone who knows this shit, it's probably him. Let's go ahead and see what kind of answers he gives to my stupid questions.
Is 7-0 like not kratom, or what is the difference, or like why are people lumping them together?
Yeah, so 7-hydroxy. So the main alkaloid in kratom is called metragenine. Think of metragenine to kratom as caffeine to coffee. Without caffeine, there is no coffee. Without metragenine, there is no kratom. Well, there's no 7-hydroxy within the kratom leaf itself. Like when I went to Indonesia and I picked a leaf off the tree, there's 0,7-hydroxy. But that leaf needs to get turned into powder to be sent here to the States. So the leaf has to dry. During that drying process, due to oxidation, very minuscule amounts of metragenine, kratom's main alkaloid, is converted into 7-hydroxy metragenine. That's why it's called 7-hydroxy metragenine, because it used to be metragenine, but due to oxidation or your metabolism, minuscule amounts of metragenine get turned into 7-OH. But it's literally less than 0.00100%. Like, think of 7-hydroxy as like 1 grain of sand on the whole beach. Like, it doesn't matter. It's not there, basically. Like, the lab equipment is barely picking it up. But again, there's a difference between a fresh leaf and dried kratom powder. Because the fresh leaf, there's 0% 7-hydroxy, but in the dried kratom powder, there's less than 0.000%.
Is there static in your headset?
No.
But what these companies are doing is that they are taking a kratom extract, and even kratom extracts are different than regular kratom. Think of like an extract as like a caffeine pill, and kratom in its natural form is like a cup of coffee, if that makes sense. Well, what these companies do is they'll take a metragenine extract, then they'll chemically convert it into 7-hydroxy. Using a chemical process. Some people say they use like pool chemicals and all that type of stuff to like chemically convert it. I was invited to the University of Florida with a gentleman named Dr. Chris McCurdy, who's been testing kratom since 2005. He's been given millions and millions of dollars by the National Institute of Drug Abuse. And he took me into his laboratory and he showed me every single brand of 7-hydroxy. And then he shows me like the results of the test, everyone came back for unknown substances to science in it. It's not even purely just 7-hydroxy. Because of the chemical conversion they're doing, they are unknowingly making new chemicals, basically.
Time to dumb it down for all my dumb hoes. Real kratom, it's literally a leaf. So you dry it, grind it up, drink it, whatever. 7-0, now that's not a leaf. That is actually not natural. That is somebody in a lab coat doing some extracurricular activities, learning how to cook, girl. So they basically take the plant, cook it up with chemicals, shake it, and turn it into something 5,000 times stronger than what the real plant is. And
I love the
because
graphics.
of that
Yeah.
messy, shady, sketchy process, they're accidentally making shit that they don't even know or nobody fully understands, which is why it's doing some pretty crazy withdrawals to some people.
They're masquerading it as kratom, and it's not. It's so farther that you can't even like compare the two. I always tell people for some people the best way out of addiction is kratom, but for a lot of people the best way into addiction is 7-hydroxy. That doesn't
Yep.
mean that there's not a time and place for 7-hydroxy. Like I don't respect the 7-hydroxy industry whatsoever, because they'll put like billboards saying like, oh, free sample 7-hydroxy, like, you know, just text this number, or they'll make it look like a Xanax or like a Percocet and call it like the perks of kratom. You know, they're taking a life-saving plant and risking access to hundreds of thousands of people. Like the whole state of Louisiana lost access to kratom because of 7-hydroxy. You know, I mean, even the FDA, like back in 2016, the FDA hated kratom. They hated it so much. They're like, it's a synthetic opioid, it's killing people. Now there's been 450 published studies on kratom. Now the FDA is running human trials on kratom. Like that's how I know the people running the trials. Like that's how much it's come. Even the FDA commissioner said, we are not targeting the leaf whatsoever. We are targeting these synthetics, because you started seeing a lot of these problems happen because of 7-hydroxy. You know, again, kratom can 100% cause physical dependency in some people, but the vast majority of people say they get their lives back.
All right, so the next person we get to talk to is Toria, and she's actually over 30 days sober. I find her story super inspirational. She's been in recovery for a while, but she recently fought the good fight and got off that dang 7-0. She actually just went to the gas station or vape shop or whatever with the intention to get an energy drink, and she unintentionally came out with a 7-0.
Oh
They
man.
offered me a free sample of the 7-O's, and he directed me on how to actually take it. So I'm like, does he take this on a regular basis, or is this just like what they told him to do? You know what I mean? And so he was like, hey, try this free sample, take half, and within a few minutes, everything will feel like fine. And then, you know, take the other half later. And I was like, okay, no problem. So I took the first half, and instantly it connected to the opiate receptors. It felt like a whole new world. The sun was brighter, the trees were, you know, greener. It was just a completely different experience. I was like, wow, this is great. And it's sold over the counter, so I don't have to go like get a prescription. Like, this is what my mind is thinking.
Yeah.
So I wound up taking the second half and found myself back at the vape shop to get a 3-pack. And so a 3-pack came into a 5-pack, 5-pack came into 4 packs, and the 5th one free. And so everything with that has just been, it's just been an experience.
Hydroxy binds incredibly tightly to the mu opioid receptor.
That's sad.
For sure.
Yeah.
Also, too,
We
what a lot of
read
these
thousands
people
of
don't
those.
say, like they'll say, "Oh, 7-hydroxy can't cause respiratory depression," but it can.
That is profits over people.
That is profits over people. That is the lack of informed consent. It's just informed consent is out the window. You know,
It's like it goes even beyond that, because you're not even being honest and upfront about what it is, and you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're saying this is a enhanced kratom product, for
Yeah.
example, it's like, you know, you're not even being completely honest with what it is. So people have no idea what they're getting. And plus, if you offer an addict a free sample,
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, I'm just saying,
And her story is not unique. We read these
all
comments.
the
There's
time.
thousands upon thousands of comments like this. Or I get private messages from people that were duped into this. And now they're stuck in that vicious cycle of addiction. Even some people that have never been addicted to nothing before ever in their life. Even some of the older
Chronic pain
folks,
patients.
a lot of pain patients.
Yeah.
A lot of pain patients that were never addicted to their opioids are now addicted to 7-OH.
It's like they started taking it. It started helping with their pain. And then they noticed. This is just from what I've heard from a few people, that they're having to take it more and more and more. You know what I'm saying? Like they're having to take it every 2 hours, and it doesn't work as good. Next thing you know, they're having withdrawals and they don't even realize why, because they've never been addicted to anything.
Now, right, and now they're stuck in that vicious cycle of staying out of withdrawal.
It's
And
not
it's like,
right.
and now they live with the guilt and the shame. And then, like I said, I got people that message me, even longtime Kratom consumers that, there's a lot of them that got sucked into this. I'm not going to name names.
Yeah.
And now they don't feel comfortable telling the Kratom community that, hey, I'm in this predicament right now as we speak.
And dude, I'll be the first to say I ain't about to judge nobody.
No.
I will never judge anybody. But, and I hate it bothers me to the core that people even have to feel like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it does. It just bothers me to the core. Like you shouldn't have to feel like that.
They have no one to turn to because, and like I said, these 7-OH products are a freaking dog whistle to active addicts or chronic pain patients. Those were their targeted, most vulnerable communities that they went and mass produced this out for. And it's like, here we are trying to clean up the mess. We're trying to mop up the mess. Not only by trying to save the people that are currently stuck in this cycle, we're trying to save the leaf itself.
Yeah.
And we got double.
And all that's going on at one time. And it's like, and I hate it when the pro 7-OH, an anti-kratom leaf most of the time. The people that say they're going to make it their life's mission to get kratom banned. They're like, well, kratom had issues before.
Not on this scale.
Not like this, dude, not like this. And the reason it's like that is it's not because of the AK. It doesn't even matter. Like, first of all, that's addict behavior is pointing fingers all the time and never saying it's how they manufactured it. It's because everywhere people are going, they're calling it kratom because that's what it was sold to them as.
Yes.
That's what they've been told it was. That's what the stores think it is. They're going to rehabs to check in. They're calling it kratom. They're calling 911. They're calling it kratom. They're going to the poison
the ER.
control.
Yeah, they're calling poison control, calling it kratom. People are dying. They're calling it kratom.
Just like that Dr. White brought up the other day in that hearing or whatever. It's like there wasn't even a code for 7-OH until February of this year?
Yeah.
So there's been 1 billion sold and no adverse reactions. Get that out of here. Because that ain't no proof. That ain't no black and white proof. That's just hearsay.
Yeah. Go kick rocks and Crocs, man, because that's some bullshit. We see, like they go to the ER, they go to rehab, they go to recovery center. They're calling it kratom because, like you
telling
just said,
telling
their family it's I'm addicted to kratom. I'm addicted to kratom. When in actuality, they're addicted to a lab-made product that's sold in pill form and or shots and some vapes.
Or it's never killed anybody. What about all the people that's lives are fucking crushed? I'm not saying anything about nothing about, killing. I'm talking about destroying lives, like affecting your life to where you feel like shit every day.
Yeah.
Like you feel like you're not even surviving and not living, just surviving.
Yeah. You're just existing. You're not living, you're existing. And let me read a comment that someone had said earlier today on my TikTok video.
Or, oh hell, what do we say? They knew what they were doing type of
Yeah.
thing. And it's like somewhat, but even the people that have been longtime Kratom consumers didn't realize the extent that it was going to be. You know what I'm saying? You could.
So this person commented earlier saying, I don't want anyone to have to go through what I did. Spent over $10,000, $10,000 a month. And for the life of this person, they couldn't figure out why they were having problems with their heart. Because this is a conversation between him and somebody else about cardiotoxicity. So,
And I'm not saying that it hasn't been around long enough to even know what the long-term effects would be. But I will say, and I hate to do those claims, because I know I've heard people say, oh, it shuts down their liver. I don't know what it does. But I do know that the crap they're putting in there, besides just the whole converted 7-OH, who knows what's in that? Who knows what that's doing to your stomach liner? Who knows what that's doing to your organs?
Your liver, your teeth too.
I've heard a bunch of people saying they chew them, and they got messed up teeth.
Yeah. And it's like, and it's so unfair to us Kratom purists, like you 7-OH like to call us, because we're on the front lines. We are trying to keep Kratom legal.
And we are not, 7-OH is not Kratom.
No.
We are not all Kratom.
No, hell no. Hell no. You get the fuck on out of here with that kumbaya shit. No.
Yeah.
You ain't trying to, nah. That's a bull ass fuck shit right there.
That's leech. That's something a leech. It's like, and that's what they've done since they've come into the market is they've leached onto Kratom as long as they possibly have been able to, or as long as they can, to suck the money dry.
And now they're trying to leech onto the the actual Kratom consumers by trying to make this all, oh, we are Kratom.
And the advocate,
Get the fuck out of here.
And it's like, I understand that people used to say this kind of thing about Kratom back in 2016, blah, 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 blah. Till I see the studies. Dude, I don't know. I have heard so many stories from people's firsthand experiences.
Yeah.
There's no way you can deny that it's not a huge problem. Like, there's no way you could be a sane person and say that 7-OH products are not a problem and it's everybody's fault that's taking them.
Yeah. Right. Yep.
Like,
Because
that's insane.
I've been advocating on social media for a long time now, and when I started on TikTok in 2020, every now and again you would get the negative Kratom testimonies. It's like, okay, fine. Then I would ask the questions and then I'd hear crickets 99% of the time. They don't want to answer my questions, but it was here. It was, here and there, this 7-OH, almost all, there's a common theme here.
Yep. There's not one day, there has not been one single 24-hour period that has gone by in the past at least year.
Yeah.
I have not seen someone message me, comment on a video anywhere on social media that about Kratom and been referring to Kratom and meaning 7-OH.
Yeah.
There's not one single day that's went by I haven't heard of a negative experience from someone.
And it blows my mind. And it's like, it's totally taken over. It's like a freaking cancer.
Yeah. And then the whole, big Kratom's just mad because they're not in the business. It's like, do you not see the problem? Like, if somebody is flocking that much to a product, like, there's a reason for that. It's not like they're just like, oh, I like this better. It's like, I don't know. I just get so tired of hearing like the same tired ass excuses from the damn 7-OH community, dude.
And the word fear mongering.
Oh, I want to fucking puke every time I hear that.
It's like, oh, good God.
Like, I feel like that's just such an unintelligent, dull word.
It
The
is so
fear-mongering.
it is so overused by
Like,
the
what are you, fucking
708ers.
George Washington?
Like, okay, great, you're having a positive experience with 708. You better be showing up at the hearings to go
Yeah.
tell that.
Instead of arguing with people that are just trying to
Differentiate. Jinx.
It's like, dude, it's like, and I get so tired of that. And I don't know, you know, I don't know. I mean, I'm
You know,
tired of,
I like to say, look at it this way, because 708 is going down. It is going
yeah, it is.
down. And
and
I would
it's
like
not
to.
because of anyone else.
Nope.
It's not because of advocates. It's not because of the AK. It's because it shouldn't be out on the fucking market.
Yeah.
That's why.
You know, so you could thank us later, us Kratom advocates later, because when 708 goes down, you're going to have Kratom as your backup to help save you for the shit show that you're about to go through with the withdrawals.
It's just
So,
sad.
It is. It's very sad. Okay,
And
sorry for the rant.
I'm sorry. I was just sitting there thinking, like, dude, you know, this is supposed to be a happy day.
It is. Well, I mean,
it's a happy day. It's just we go through so much behind the scenes stuff that honestly, I don't think people understand how bad it is behind. Like, people don't realize to what an extent this stuff is, like, actually affecting Kratom in general. Like, I don't think, you know, you see the negative headlines and it's like, dude, we get hit with that shit all day, every day.
All day, every day. We are bombarded with it, you know, and I was just telling somebody this yesterday that since I came back from the Champ Show in July, we have probably attended at least 30, 35 hearings. So
That's what I'm
July,
saying, like,
August, September,
between the
October, November,
hearings-
4 months. 4 months worth. And
God,
normally
it has
at this
only
time,
been 4 months.
yes, and normally at this time of year, we're just sitting back and we're just chilling, relaxing, you know, waiting until January to come around for when states go in sessions.
And that's how it should be. Like, we should be getting that, because I mean, dude, it's energy sucking,
Draining.
It's draining. There you go.
Yep.
It takes a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but you know, like I said, like I've said a million times, until my dying breath, I will not stop.
No.
But I mean, at the same time, you know, it's just not fair and it's not right.
Yeah.
And then the whole time to get the, you know, fingers pointed at you, you know, us blamed or the AK blamed, or it's not the manufacturer's fault for throwing that shit out on the market. You know? It's never their fault.
Never their fault. Never their fault. And and it's only been mass produced since about the fall of 2023. And the last time I heard numbers was they have made between $2 billion and $8 billion within 2 years.
I honestly, I agree. I could see it being, wow. I mean, to see how much money people spend on that, I could absolutely see that. And so I hope, I know for a fact, Karma is going to catch up with every single one of those 708 dealers, dude.
Now the
Every single one.
Missouri Attorney General is investigating one of the biggest manufacturers there is. I ain't even gonna say their damn name, you know. So just know that they're in Missouri. If you want to go Google that shit, go Google that shit. Go hit up Googles.
And most of them act like they're, you know, they're there to help chronic pain patients or whatever. It's like, dude, most of these people have been around since the fucking, what do you call it? The Spice days.
Yeah.
They've been skirting around and making money wherever they can off of people.
By molesting molecules.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Molesting molecules.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. I'll have to use that on a thumbnail or something one day.
Yeah, you can use it for this.
Oh, yeah. Look, I didn't fuck Jordan up. He looks all right. He doesn't look like he's all messed up. All right, let's go ahead and finish this.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Rant over. We're done. For now.
For now.
Okay.
And so kratom itself cannot cause respiratory depression. It doesn't activate the arrestin 2 beta pathway, which is what causes respiratory depression from opioids. However, Dr. Chris McCurdy, the guy that I went to interview, he released a study called Bidirectional Breathing in Rats, where they gave kratom in high doses to rats and their breathing increased, like rapid heart rate and everything. But again, the same thing would happen with caffeine, you know. But when they gave high doses of 7-hydroxy, the rats stopped breathing, you know. So there's a lot of
And Narcan
false
reversed it.
marketing within the 7-hydroxy industry too, saying, "Oh, it can't cause."
And just because it was administered through IV and not that has nothing to do with it. I just want to say that because that's another tired ass shit I hear all the time.
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
they did it intravenously, so and you don't take 7-OH that way. I don't give a shit. It's still in.
How do you know?
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't care. It's got put in their body, and that's what happened.
and yep, that's what had it caused respiratory depression.
Like Dr. McCurdy said when we interviewed him, it doesn't matter. The point is, what did exactly he say is like it did.
It did. Yeah, I don't remember his
Little
exact
or a
words.
lot or something
Yeah.
like that. It's like it either does or doesn't.
Kratom doesn't. 7-OH does. And the study that Jordan is referring to, Narcan reversed it.
Yep.
Respiratory depression. It can in like extreme amounts, but it definitely can. The withdrawal from 7-hydroxy is typically short-lived, but it's brutal.
The next day, I felt like
She's
my
pretty.
body
Mhm.
was literally jumping out of my skin. Like I was having an outer body experience. How I could describe it is, you know how back in the day when the TV was like going off, it would have the white and black zigzags
Yeah.
like that. That's how my body
The
felt.
static?
Like if you
Yeah.
know when your foot falls asleep and the tingling feeling starts to come back and you feel like you're like limping a little bit because it feels weird.
Yeah.
That, but 10 times worse.
Oof.
I couldn't take a shower. I couldn't like get up. Like my body, I actually had a seizure. To be honest with you, I had a seizure. The tech had walked in and noticed that I was seizing, and they
Damn.
immediately gave me Ativan to calm my body and make sure that I was okay.
So if you're still watching, shout out to you. I'm about to end this video. It's like technically like my first YouTube video.
Really?
And I just want to say
What?
thank you and shout out to everybody that helped me make it. Toria and Jordan. Obviously, I really am passionate about recovery, substance use. That whole world is just, I mean, I was impacted by it very heavily. So I like hearing people's different stories. And the good news is that we all recover in different ways. We all go through our own ups and downs, but I really wanted to get a little bit more perspective with this whole 7-0 thing. Again, I don't want to say any drugs are good and bad, but definitely having awareness on what these substances can do and how they can impact your brain chemistry is super important to know. But yeah, I'll leave you with some wise words from my girl Toria. And if you're in recovery, if you're using right now or chaotically using, just know that you have a place in mi corazón.
Thank you. Yeah, where I see myself within the next 5 years is actually being an activist against 7-O's. So I'm currently in school to get my bachelor's degree in psychology and biology. And I hope to be either a group facilitator or a therapist at a treatment center. I plan to do that, but also to just be an advocate for voices of Black and Brown people who can't necessarily speak up for themselves. And, probably I thought about starting a podcast actually with my mom on just how taboo it is within the Black community about mental health and addiction and Christianity and alcoholism, all the topics that are uncomfortable to talk about. But to have my mom be sober and then me also be sober and being able to talk about this and be really vulnerable and raw with one another is just something that I'm blessed and grateful for that it will be coming. So be on the lookout for that. It will be coming.
You got this,
Oh
girl.
yes, 100%. That
Yeah, you
sounds
do.
like a
Yes.
really cool dynamic, and again, that's a really beautiful thing that you guys share in between you guys, but also something that I feel can definitely be important for other people listening. So yeah, let me know, girl.
Yes.
Really quick before we end, do you have any last words or piece of advice to anyone that may be watching or listening?
Feel free to contact me. My phone, I have TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever.
She
The
seems
best
like
way to
she's
get
just
that
such a
information
super nice
is
person.
on
I just like
TikTok,
the energy I'm getting
and
from this
DM
lady.
Yeah.
me if you need help. I know a few people, not few, but a lot of people who are willing to help.
I just followed
So
her on TikTok.
reach out.
I did too.
If you don't have insurance, there's
I
people
do
that
it.
can scholarship you. There's a lot of
Hold on.
opportunities in recovery. And if I can do it, if Ronnie can do it, you can do it as well. I love you if nobody told you today, but like everyone says, God loves you more, or your higher power loves you more. So just, you're here for a reason. Understand that you're here for a reason. And it's probably to advocate as well. So use your voice, use your powers and
I got the
your
chills.
skills to make
Uh-huh.
change in this world and protect the next person that may be
Man.
coming along.
If you're chaotically using right now, please hear this. You are not alone. You are special. And your life can still go in any direction you choose.
Mm-hmm.
We need you. And if you need support, please feel free to reach out to any of the people in the video, including myself. I'm always a comment or a DM away. Much love.
Oh, I love Ronnie.
I love that. I just have to say, I just love him.
Yes. Yes.
You can tell
He's genuine. He is totally genuine. That's totally Ronnie's character. He is genuine. He will give it to you straight up with some sass. You know, I freaking love Ronnie. You know, I want to know, did he take it? Is there going to be like a part 2 video?
Yeah, true. And there ain't no damn way. That's his first. He's been on TikTok for a while, but that was a good video.
Oh yeah, he's got a huge following on TikTok. No, he's probably like me, where YouTube is just the backup social media platform you're trying to build up. But
come on over, Ronnie, get some YouTube going.
Man, it's like
I enjoyed that.
But I want to know if he took it. I wonder if I honestly, because like I said, I know.
I'll comment.
But I totally understand what she's talking about with the whole black and brown thing. No, I'm not black. No, I'm not brown, as you can tell. But my kids are. My kids are half black. So my in-laws are black, So I see how it happens. It affects every community. But because mine is, my side of the family's white, my kid's side of the family's black, I see the struggles.
Yeah.
I see the pride of not wanting to admit that you're suffering from substance abuse or, mental health or anything like that. I see it.
I will say, the mental health. I can agree with that. I have seen a lot of times where I guess like they feel, there's a lot of people that feel more ashamed.
Yeah.
And it's, I don't know. I feel like it's more accepted in the white community.
It is
substance abuse or, mental illness for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got teenagers, little 13-year-olds talking about, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying it's just accepted more.
It is. So I totally get where she's coming from on that.
Hold on. But the question is, I have.
Who are you messaging?
Ronnie.
I just hear the key clicks.
Will there be a part 2?
I went and duetted his video while we were watching his video.
He really ended on a cliffhanger.
He did. Because didn't he say at the beginning?
Yeah.
I know I ain't tripping.
Okay. All right, that was a good video. I'm glad you found that or sent that. All right, let's see. You know what? I stopped sharing my screen because I would, you know how that TikTok thing, like I could just press a button and it stopped the.
Yeah.
I wish it was like that here. Man, you said you caught a restream live or whatever, like the people doing it that own it.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, that's cool. I wish I would have gotten on there. I would, you know, every time I do that, I would have never remembered the stuff I would want to say. Like, you need to do this and this.
Yeah, so I asked them, how come we're having problems streaming to TikTok? And they said, go to your, because I see it right here on my screen, go to your little help thing, and they could walk you through it or something like that. That's why I said before we went live here, I was like, I wonder if I should do that real quick. Maybe we'll do it afterwards. I gotta go pee.
Go pee.
Play some music.
Okay. And go. Ooh, I like that. Let's see, I'm trying to figure out the other one. Yeah, we have Jordan. We wanted to watch this one video with Jordan. And then we have like a lot. That's another thing. Like, there's so many things that we've been wanting to watch, but we just haven't had time because of all the hearings. It's like insane. Like, it's just not enough time to do anything else besides go to hearings, and it sucks. I was just saying, like, you know, I've got a bunch of stuff on that we hold on. I'll show you what I'm talking about. All this stuff that we've been wanting to watch. Like, we got Jordan. That podcast thing he was on.
Oh yeah, we got a whole bunch.
I remember him saying that. Like,
Yeah,
here's your
and then we got
second chance. I still hear that in my head all the time.
we got that
Well, next
Chris Jetson. Mm-mm.
Okay, do you want to watch that Utah interview?
Yeah,
You still got time?
yeah. I ain't got nothing to do today, baby. I love it. Okay, so I was trying to find the. You know what I'm so bad about? I've noticed I don't know, you're so organized compared to me. Like, your TikTok, like, you have your playlist actually, like, sorted out when you do, like, part and you number it and all that.
No, it numbers itself.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay, man. Okay. Well, you still have them organized pretty well.
I
I'm
try.
not about like starting a playlist and then I'll add to it for a while and then I'll start another one. And then I have like 12 playlists and they're all kind of the same type of thing. Horrible. Okay.
Okay, so there was that. So it was the Utah news or the radio station interview thing that we want to listen to.
Was it not on YouTube? Oh, that dude. Remember Sophia? We were gonna watch that one. That dude, Matt. Basham.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Was that one not on YouTube?
Hold on.
I think you sent it to me on X, though, come to think of it.
I think I texted to you. Let me go look through our millions of messages.
I don't know.
Okay. I'll send it to you on X.
Okay.
But I thought there was one that we were going to follow up with it.
Yeah, they're... Hold on. You know, it's crazy. Like, I can check my messages on my laptop for X. I get a notification that you sent me a message on my phone. When I click on it, it's nothing. Like, it's like the last message I sent 2 or 3 days ago. I don't know what's up. I've cleared my cache and everything. I don't know.
Oh, it was the actual hearing. So.
Oh, that you mean the Utah one?
Yeah, the Utah guy.
Yeah.
So if you guys don't know, a representative is he regrets voting for the KCPA in Utah. So now he's trying to renege on this, and he's introducing ban bills.
And this was the first KCPA state.
Yeah. So if you're watching this and you live in Utah, message me. Comment, message me, whatever. We need your emails.
Absolutely. And again, it goes back to, somebody knows somebody, and it's like, I just hate that how laws are actually made or is not going about it the right way. Like, oh, look, here's the science and here's the facts.
Yeah.
But Jim John came over here and told me this about it, which ain't true. But Jim John's my best friend's boyfriend or whatever, so I'm gonna just go ahead and pass it.
Yep.
As a favor. It's like,
and you know what? I never ever paid attention to how laws were done or anything until Kratom Advocacy, and it's
and you have faith a little bit. I have a lot more faith in the justice system. Like I know that it's not. I'm not saying I had a lot of faith in it. I'm just saying, as far as like the way bills got made, you know what I'm saying? Like I had a lot more faith in like the judicial system. Not anymore. Especially after Louisiana.
I know.
That right there broke any type of faith I had in it at all. That's the worst thing okay, here we are. We're just getting off on rants today. I do have to apologize.
You know, we've had especially these past couple of weeks.
Hey, Bunny.
We've had so many hearings that we attended, and now, today we're just kind of letting loose. Like,
yeah,
you know what?
And you're right. Yeah, it's like Fresno ended up banning the sales. Was it
Fresno? Okay. Fresno count. Okay, she says, I saw that Fresno ended up banning the sales. My local news station, of course, made Plainleaf seem like a dangerous, scary drug. The city of Fresno did, but the county of Fresno went with banning synthetic 7-OH.
Yeah.
So I don't know how there's a war between the county of Fresno and the city of Fresno. Like, what?
And it's like, I don't know. I'm just so sick of it being demonized every time, on the news. I think that's... I'm just so tired of everything.
Every hearing that we see, it's pretty much a cockfight. So us Kratom advocates are trying to keep Kratom legal and safe and all that stuff, right? Then we got to deal with KDA. Then we got to deal with the 7-OHers. 7-OHers saying that 7-OH is safe. There's no science to back up what the 7-OHers are saying. Then we got KDA that talks about, their adult kids dying from Kratom, and all this stuff, and how then they start repeating what the 7-OHers. Yeah, and then we're bullies. And then the KDA starts repeating what the 7-OH are saying, that the 7-OH that's inside the kratom leaf itself, that's metabolized through the liver, is the same thing as the 7-OH that's on the product, on the markets today.
And it's not.
We're just being bombarded.
And then you got the legislation and the lawmakers that, best friends with Jim John.
Yeah.
Dead set won't even listen to nobody because he done promised his best friend no matter what, he's going to get it done.
Mm-hmm. Can't help but to wonder how much money's being slid under the table.
Oh, there's
on
no telling.
KDA side and on 7OH side.
Yeah, there's no telling.
And like I said, we're just being punched at all different angles coming our way, and it's like, and I know the lawmakers are just sitting back confused as fuck.
I think that, you know what, to be honest with you, I literally don't think they even think about that shit after they pass the fucking decision.
Yeah. It's just
Like, I know
another
the city of Fresno, I know they had that little
closed
media
session.
thing, yeah, afterwards, and I guarantee you that was the last time they walked out of that fucking courtroom and didn't think about Kratom after that.
Yeah. It's just another day at the job.
Yep. But yeah, Bunny, I hope you don't have to. You know, that's the thing. They're like, well, we're just banning the sale, and it's like, yeah,
Honey?
you're not going to let your local businesses bring in money. You're going to let people still send it over the internet, though. Like, how much sense does that make?
Bunny, there will be a California webinar coming up soon, so be ready for this. Join the webinar. Join the
Yeah.
webinar. It might be broken up in two different California ones because California is so damn huge. So
It's like a local thing where most of the people are from California type of thing. Is that what you're talking about? Like with the other two or whatever we did? I don't want to say the states.
yeah, it's gonna be for locals.
Okay.
Bunny, I think you said you follow me on TikTok. So if you do, message me and say, "Hey, Bunny from California," so that I can remember your name and I'll write it down in my notes so that when the California hearing comes up, I'll send you the webinar over there for you
Yeah.
to copy and paste it and put it on the Mr. Googles.
Mr. Google, you mean the Google machine?
Yeah, oh God, I can't believe the shit we see at hearings.
Dude, when that lady called it Crampton, I'm like, at first I was like, is that the same lady that
I
was?
know.
But I don't know. I mean, she was in Massachusetts, I believe. Crampton, get the hell out of here. All right, I did put this on 1.25 speed.
Okay.
God, this is going to be hard to watch, I bet. What Jen said, we need some Reiki or something like that. I don't know what that is. I know it's probably meditation.
It is.
But, oh man. Thanks. I love how they got the Halloween font still up.
I do too.
Crampton. Crampton.
This sounds like a food.
Well, I always think of Peter Frampton, that dude that makes his guitar talk or whatever.
What?
Like back in the day, do you feel like I do? You know, that sounds like, do you? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I'd have to see it.
Dude,
or
if you
listen to
heard it, you'd be like, oh yeah. But like he used to make his guitar do like that, and it sounded like it was saying, do you feel like I do?
Oh.
And everybody'd be like, oh my God.
Yeah, again, their panties wet.
Yeah. Fainting and shit. Like, dude, my husband, our dog, the one that passed away 3 years ago, dude, that dog, like, literally loved, like, it was like my husband's dog. Like, she didn't care about nobody but him. And my husband said, it's crazy to have somebody that, when you walk in the door, it's like, she's at a Beatles concert in the 50s or whatever. I'm like, get out of here, dude. All right, let's watch this.
All right.
Okay, this one caught me by surprise, and maybe I'm out of the loop a little bit, but there's a drug, a substance that's being sold at Utah gas stations and service stations, and it's called Kratom, K-R-A-T-O-M. Some people describe it as gas station heroin. Supporters of the drug say it's a natural remedy that helps with pain and addiction. For the next couple segments, we're going to be breaking down the arguments for and against the ban, or proposed statewide ban on Kratom. And the American Kratom Association is going to join us at 10:20 to discuss their perspective.
I'm shaking my head at you because we asked for pronunciation because I didn't know either.
Who cares?
I've been told it's Kratom.
Okay.
So we're going to ask Senator Mike McHale what he thinks. So thanks for joining us, Senator.
Hey, thank you for having me on. And Greg, I'm really happy you didn't know about the drug. It is Kratom. I'm glad you've got me on before the Kratom Association. I mean, let me tell you, they're out to sell a product. They're gonna pitch a good story.
Stupid.
But what I've done so far is I've actually got feedback from experts. We had a committee hearing. We had all of the experts in the state. So don't take my word for it. I'm happy to talk through. But it is Kratom, and I just want to start off right off the top. This is from the FDA. Kratom is not appropriate for use as a dietary supplement. Therefore, Kratom is not legally marketed in the U.S. as a drug product, a dietary supplement, or a food addition,
Neither are
conventional
vitamins.
food.
Yup.
Let's jump into it. Ask me anything you want.
Okay, let me ask you first, why is it being sold at gas stations and why are we calling it now gas station heroin?
Well, it's interesting. We call it gas station heroin. I was at a
People
dinner
are
last night with a
ignorant.
lawmaker from Louisiana. They had just banned it, and that's the term they use. That's the term I use. Unfortunately, this is where I regret a vote that I made years ago while I was still serving in the House. We passed the Kratom Protection Act. It authorized Kratom to be sold in the state of Utah. It's expanded out. It's being sold in the state of Utah. It's in a lot of states. States that have passed it have now banned it. I was with a lawmaker from Louisiana and Connecticut. Both of those states have just banned it. Comes from Southeast Asia. Several nations in Southeast Asia ban it entirely. They've had hundreds of years of that long history with the product. They know how harmful it is. But I'm going to call it gas station heroin. That's what it is. It attacks your opioid receptors exactly.
Dude, how, like, I don't think these people realize how ridiculously ignorant they sound.
That is not why any Southeast Asia countries banned it. It's not because it's harmful. It's because it cut into the trades like the rubber trees.
Like, I just want to know, like, did he actually think that the stuff he was saying was correct, or was he making it up? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just, but you know, politicians are bullshit artists.
Oh yeah, we're seeing a repeat of Louisiana. That they were spoon fed. They were spoon fed information.
I mean, he just admitted that he heard. You know, that was one of the reasons.
Mm-hmm. So, what connection do you got to Louisiana, Mr. McHale?
Mm-hmm.
The same way. I hope we get a chance to talk about some of the data we learned in the state that people are dying from Kratom, and it's showing up in our overdose deaths, and it's a really dangerous product.
How is it being marketed, Senator? I mean, and I've
I can't
like I
wait
said,
till
I've
Matt
never
come on
seen
here.
it, but it's
Well,
obviously being marketed, or we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Yeah, you've probably seen it. You just didn't notice. It's on the counter at Maverick. I mean, that's how it's being marketed. It's literally at the checkout counter next to 5 Hour Energy, and these products. You know, I don't want to go into too many details. I don't want new people using this product, but smoke shops online. There are. So I kind of did a survey, and I don't want to say I did a survey. I went on my own investigation. I drove around the legislative district I represent, and I bought Kratom to have it tested. And I mean, I can tell you every gas station in Spanish Fork that sells it or doesn't sell it, but that's where it's primarily sold, including smoke shops, and a bunch of it sold online.
Are there different strains being made other than what the natural substance would be if you found it? In
almost every strain that people are buying are not the natural Kratom, and that's look. They're going to come on. They're going to tell you how wonderful.
You just answered your own question.
So what I did is I asked every clerk when I bought Kratom. I said, I want you to sell me what people are actually buying. Sell me the most popular version of Kratom. And then I had a chance to meet with Dr. Brandon Forsyth up at the state lab. We had a lot of these products tested, and the most popular Kratoms, the Kratoms folks are buying, it's extracted. It's become way more potent and way more addictive and way more harmful.
Is that because they're adding synthetic ingredients to it? I mean, I understand, and again, I'm like Greg. I didn't know anything about it until I started seeing on your social media that you're like, hey, I didn't know how bad this was.
Yeah, it's bad news. Well, what they're doing is they're extracting it, making it more potent. And when they come on, they're going to tell you about a drug called 7-OH or 7-hydroxy. And it is really dangerous, and I think we all agree that it's really dangerous. But what's interesting is the metrageny, that's an alkaloid in the Kratom itself, is also very dangerous. And don't take my word for it. We did a committee hearing. The state lab, the director himself, Brandon Forsyth, as he's been looking at these products, one of the conclusions he's reached, and some of our other experts that came in, is the alkaloid in Kratom, the main alkaloid, the metrageny itself, is also very, very dangerous. And I've heard the industry say it would take a truckload of this alkaloid to get somebody addicted, to get somebody high, and that's nonsense. That's not true.
Oh my
God. Now, I want this to set in. We had the Megan Brokemeyer. She's the drug overdose prevention research coordinator for our DHHS at the state of Utah. She brought data, and right now we have at least 158 Kratom-related overdose deaths where Kratom was in that person who overdosed. And those numbers of that drug have actually gone up 43% over the last 5 years in these overdose deaths we're seeing in the state of Utah. So it's showing up in a very big way, and it's a scary substance. It just, the way it's being marketed is safe. It's not a supplement. When you go buy your supplements, I don't know anybody that says, well, I think I want to go get my supplement at the gas station, and conveniently right next to the.
They get the dick pills there.
So Mike, how is it being? I mean, what is the FDA doing? Is there no federal legislation or federal regulation of this right now?
I'm going to tell you a bunch of bullshit.
Not very much. It's catching up, and there's been an effort nationwide to really focus on And that's what the industry is going to tell you, that the problem is 7-hydroxy, and they're right. It is a problem, but it's both. The FDA is tackling that, but the guidance from the FDA is, I mean, it is clear. I mean, quote, kratom is not appropriate for use as a dietary supplement, end quote. The FDA has looked at it. They've been really clear. The Mayo has done some really good research, and just to warn the public, when they come on, they're going to talk about some research.
Mayo
a lot of that
did
research
some
is actually
great
funded by
research.
these
Did
folks selling
they?
the product. So when they come on and they talk about how safe it is and the research that was done, I want to be clear that a lot of that research is coming directly from the industry itself and the Kratom Association. I mean, dollars are being used as marketing dollars to do research, and I think we see that in a lot of products, but I think you're going to hear that when they come on.
Can I ask you a question about how this relates to maybe the psilocybin conversation that's been happening on Utah's Capitol Hill? So magic mushrooms, right?
Yeah.
Are you talking about maybe classifying or restricting the use of kratom under the supervision of a trained professional, or you are just looking for a straight out ban?
Yeah, so what I do is I schedule the 2 alkalides, the 7-hydroxy as well as the metrogeny, and that if somebody wanted to go down that road and go through that medical process, that doesn't close the door. I've talked about a ban, but the ban is selling it the way it's being sold today. You know, certainly if somebody wanted to go down that road, they could. But what I think is you shouldn't be able to sell an opioid in a gas station. I think that's really clear. And let me just throw out another argument. You're going to hear about people who come off opioids, and they're able to come off opioids by taking kratom, and that shouldn't surprise anybody that you can replace one opioid with another. Your opioid receptors are impacted the exact same way with kratom. So when they argue, and people who are selling this product, they argue this is a safe way to get off opioids. I don't think converting from one opioid to another opioid is ever safe. And anytime opioids are involved, to your point with the psilocybin, medical marijuana, we involve professionals, we involve doctors, we involve some oversight to make sure it's not just peddled at a gas station.
Yeah, so thank you so much for joining us. That was Senator Mike McKell talking to us about...
It? First off, Mayo Clinic has never studied kratom.
Nope.
What research did you see from Mayo Clinic? You saw a copy and paste from the FDA. Yep. That's what you saw. And second off, I can almost guarantee you he does not support MAT treatment.
Oh, I bet, yeah.
He's doing the talking points of the whole abstinence community stuff.
Well, and he's, like I said, I don't know if he's just making shit up or he actually thinks this stuff is true, but none of it's true. None of it's true.
So when we're done with this, we're going to watch the hearing that he just had, which somehow it must have secretly had, because we didn't even know it was on the freaking radar. Hey, Mike, we're watching, what is he, a senator? Senator Mike McKell from Utah. He's trying to pull Utah was the first state that passed the Kratom Consumer Protection Act. I think it was in 2019. But he voted yes for that, and now he regrets his decision.
He says he regrets it because he probably talked to somebody and promised them that he was going to turn it around and get it banned. That's literally how laws are just made. I'm sorry, but that's it. If you have some connections, you can get anything. It may not even take money.
Yeah.
Get that.
I'll scratch your back if you scratch my back type of situation.
I'll give you, free hamburgers every time you come to McDonald's for the next 2 years. I don't know,
I'll give you some free whiskey and cigars. And I didn't know that psilocybin was on the Utah ballots or whatever. We passed that out here in Colorado, which, if anybody from KDA is watching this shit, it's legal for me to do shrooms out here.
I think that's great. I think that things like that, nature should be available. Marijuana is also, y'all got recreational everything out there, dude.
We started off with medical and then voted yes for recreational.
That's great.
So, and I haven't touched shrooms in years.
Yeah, me either. But I can tell you, I don't know.
But I'm telling you, they helped me heal. They freaking helped me heal.
People, dude, there's been studies done. And I've heard countless people say how much it's helped them. So why not be able to choose that? Period.
And I didn't even take enough to hallucinate or see walls talking or
you might
none of that shit. Seeing fucking mangoes talking to me. I just microdosed my psilocybins.
Yeah, he wants everybody to suffer.
KCPAs are worthless if they want to schedule it and schedule. This is deeper. This is
Yeah.
deeper between politicians. This has nothing to do with safety.
Exactly.
That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. This is deeper than that.
I mean, as far as KCPAs go, they're good regulation bills, but until there's a federal KCPA,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's not, like even if you have a KCPA, in a state, local places can still. I mean, it's just the way, until there's a federal KCPA,
Yeah.
there's really no guarantee. It's awful. It's stupid. It's awful. And, because of all the issues with 70H coming up, that's another thing, federal KCPA has been pushed off again another year because of damage control.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And it's just it's asinine to me. It is freaking asinine. Anybody that wants to talk about, I would just keep saying, if you're a 708er and 708 saving your life, you better be attending these damn hearings.
Yeah. And don't, come on my motherfucking, don't jump down my throat and be on my page arguing with me because I'm not advocating.
Because we are not all Kratom.
We are not. We are not.
Stop telling that damn fib.
I didn't realize I got to stop biting my nail. I need to put my fake nails on. I noticed rewatching our stream the other day, I'm like, biting on my nails.
Oh.
Okay. All right, let's watch. I hope Mac Daddy coming on. Mac Attack.
Proposals on Utah's Capitol Hill to ban or at least restrict Kratom. And when we come back, we're going to talk with the Kratom Association and how they say it can be used beneficially. So stay with us.
Inside Sources. Let's follow up on our conversation about Kratom.
Utah
lawmakers
real quick?
says that it's a.
Go look on my X post. Go look at my pinned post on my X post. I finally just exposed them. I got fed up.
Greg, are you on X? Is he on X?
I don't know if he's on X or not, but that's the only place I'm gonna post it. So
yeah, it's definitely worth checking out.
I post on LinkedIn too.
That's all I'm going to say about that.
That's all I'm gonna say about that. Go look at it.
I can't remember what that movie was. That's all I'm going to say about that.
That even though it's a natural remedy that helps with pain and addiction, it should be regulated, and a Utah lawmaker is actually trying to ban it. We just heard from Senator Mike McKell, who's sponsoring legislation to do that. We now have joining us Mac Haddow, Senior Fellow on Public Policy for the American Kratom Association. Mac, I'm sorry, I'm not going to pronounce
it however
that
you
word wrong
want
anymore.
Yeah.
Can you tell our listeners what it is?
Tomato.
I can. Thank you for this opportunity. Kratom is a plant that's grown naturally in Southeast Asia, has been used for centuries there safely by people. It came to the United States just after the Vietnam War when our soldiers who had used it in order to offset the long, hot days in the jungle, gave them energy boost and increased focus. We had a massive immigration of the Hmong population where Kratom was a part of their diet. So it was introduced to the United States and has been used safely in America since that time.
And so today, it's something you can just buy over the counter at a gas station. Is that right?
And at health food stores. And yes, you can buy a number of products that are very helpful to you at gas stations. You can also buy products in the state of Utah that are very bad for you, including cigarettes and alcohol. You regulate those things to make sure kids can't get them and make sure that they're properly labeled. And that's what the existing Kratom Consumer Protection Act does.
So let me just ask you this. It's being called gas station heroin, which to me makes it sound like I should be concerned. We're also hearing some data that it can be very, very addictive. What can you tell us about its addictive properties?
Well, let me first say that I have immense respect for Senator McKell, and I understand what he's trying to do, but he was quoted in the Deseret News when asked whether he would work with the association. He said that's not going to happen. It needs to happen because what Senator McKell told you on this gas station heroin.
That's why I said it's deeper.
If you look at the FDA's characterization of gas station heroin, they're talking about 7-OH, which is a chemically manipulated opioid that is derived from a metabolite in the Kratom plant. It is not Kratom. And I think he's wrong about that. And if he would talk to us and not just lock the door on us, we could explain that. But there are a couple of other things that Senator McKell said that are equally not true. He said that the Mayo Clinic has done really good research on Kratom. They have not spent one penny of research on Kratom. They simply repeat what the FDA in the past has said. But importantly, and what Senator McKell needs to understand, the FDA has changed their position on natural Kratom leaf products dramatically because they now have identified that 7-OH, gas station heroin, needs to be scheduled at the federal level. And they announced that on July 29th. Now, on the safety, the reason the FDA has changed their position, that they previously had been anti-kratom, is that they conducted their own FDA dose-finding study. Senator McKell told you a lot in his interview what you were going to hear from us. We're a consumer-based organization, not an industry group. He said that the FDA dose-finding study was funded by industry. That's not true. It was funded by the FDA. It was independently done by an agency that had a bias against kratom.
And we
What they
waited
found
for
is
freaking
that kratom
years.
is well tolerated.
Long time.
And if you look at the kratom death statistics that were quoted by Senator McKell, they misstate the reality and the truth. Those overdose deaths consistently involve polydrug use. That's a problem in our society where you have people that are using illicit drugs, and some of them may be using kratom at the same time, some to withdraw from those illicit drugs, but that's not what caused their deaths. And you can look at the FDA website, you can look at the National Institute on Drug Abuse website, both consistently say from a federal government position that kratom deaths are rare, and when they do occur, it is because of adulterated products or polydrug use. We don't go in and ban Tylenol because someone adulterated or manipulated Tylenol product like they did in Chicago a couple of decades ago. We regulate that product, and that's the response that we should be using here. There are bad kratom products on the market that are
Congress to
masquerading
do
as
that.
kratom that are actually gas station heroin. There are some extremely potent kratom products that are masquerading as natural kratom leaf products. We need to regulate them. Banning them is not the solution, and Senator McKell is simply wrong on that point. I hope he'll sit down and talk to us.
We're speaking with Mac Haddow, Senior Fellow on Public Policy for the American Kratom Association. Mac, let me ask you kind of a two-part question. One, how does the FDA currently treat kratom? And two, you mentioned the Kratom Consumer Protection Act or something. Can you tell us, I'm sure I butchered the name, what that is?
So you can go to Commissioner McCarry's statement when asked directly in the July 29th press conference what the difference between natural kratom.
Sorry, I know you got to go on tabs to do that shit.
Sorry.
I just want to say that Senator Mike McKell, I challenge you to a debate with Mac Haddow from the American Kratom Association and allow me to mediate it. I will be your mediator. So
Well,
I challenge you.
when a politician is in office and they're about to make a decision that's going to affect many people's lives,
Yeah.
and they refuse to sit down and have a conversation about it, that's alarming.
That speaks volumes.
Yeah. That's alarming. It's like, so you're about to make a decision, you're about to push for this huge thing that's going to affect millions of people's lives in your state,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't want to sit down and you're a politician.
And
Like, that's
yeah.
your job. You know what I'm saying? Your job is to talk to people and compromise. That's their job, you know. It does say a lot. It says a lot.
Let's have a friendly debate.
Shall we?
Shall we?
And
I'm
he's
serious.
like, hell no, because obviously he doesn't know very much about it.
I'm
And he's
serious.
just parroting whatever he was told. He's probably sitting there with a damn notebook reading that stuff. You know what I mean? He's probably
Yeah.
sitting there going through a notebook and reading whatever's written on there that some PR person or something put together. But it would be interesting to see that.
Yeah.
And Mac, Mac's very respectful of people.
He is.
Like, I've seen him, Mac, because I'm going to tell you right now, he's a lot better person than I am. The way that some of these people have treated him, and he
Mhm.
still gives them the respect and dignity. And
Mm-hmm.
nah, I can't do it. I just can't. He's a better man than me.
The products are and 7-OH, and he said the difference is night and day. He called 7-OH gas station heroin because it is. It is an opioid. Kratom is not. Senator McKell is wrong again. Kratom is not by legal definition nor by chemistry an opioid. It is a partial agonist, as many substances are, that does not go to the euphoric high center of your brain, nor does it cause respiratory suppression. And there are numerous NIDA, National Institutes on Drug Abuse, studies, over $100 million of NIDA-funded studies, government taxpayer-funded, that will corroborate what I've just said to you. And the idea that this is all funded by industry is a myth. And I hope that Senator McKell will sit down and talk to us about it. The Kratom Consumer Protection Act is our effort to regulate kratom because we were having a hard time at the federal level getting the FDA's attention. We started in 2019. Utah was the first of now 18 states that have enacted a Kratom Consumer Protection Act. It regulates Kratom, the formulation of the products, it requires good labeling, and it age restricts access to it. That's what Utah did, and they are the pioneer in the country, and we're seeing more and more states do it. And I'll just give you an example. Senator McKell said he talked about Louisiana that just banned it. Rhode Island reversed their ban and adopted the KCPA. But the Louisiana House member who stood on the floor and was asked the question, what about these synthetics? And Representative DeLeo said, and I've got a tape of it, said there's no such thing as a synthetic. And yet that's what the FDA now has identified as the true problem.
I may have been
in the
born
Kratom
at night.
space. These
I wasn't born last night.
There's 7-hydroxymitragynine, 7-OH, that are opioids, full-blown opioids, because they're chemically manipulated. That's what we need to do to protect the public, and we need to make sure we stop them in the state of Utah. And Senator McKell's bill partially does that. He wants to ban 7-OH. That's appropriate.
So just to clarify, what does regulation look like to you? Because it sounds to me like you're really in favor of regulating because there are some adulterated forms. What does that look like to you?
It's already regulated.
Levels of regulation. One is that the product that is sold to a consumer cannot contain more than 2% of the overall fraction of the product as 7-OH. That means that it's not chemically manipulated. Trace amounts of 7-OH do occur in the drying process of creating raw materials. And the FDA identified that. Commissioner McCary said it clearly. Not even a question about that. So that's the first regulation. And secondly, we don't allow for any Kratom product to be extracted without using FDA-approved food-grade solvents that do not exceed what's called the USP 467. That protects consumers. And Senator McKell is wrong on this point about these extracted products. Those that are violating that standard need to be removed from the marketplace, and we'll work with him on that. And currently, there's one other addition that we could add to the Utah law, which would say that you can't sell a 7-OH product that's greater than 1 milligram in a serving size. That is a protection that needs to be added to the Utah law, and we would like to work with Senator McKell on that.
Thank you for joining us today. We were talking with Matt Caddo, Senior Fellow on Public Policy for the American Kratom Association, and we also heard from Senator Mike McKell in our previous segment on why he believes this is so dangerous and addictive. So now we have both sides of the story.
Right, regulation versus preclusion altogether. We'll see which side prevails. And I guess we may have 50 different rulings from 50 different states on how Kratom is being marketed and sold and regulated within those states.
Okay.
On this good job on those people. They weren't
they weren't judgy
and assuming and making their own shit up on top of whatever this dude's saying.
That was definitely a pro and con.
What in the actual?
What women want?
What is this?
Are you playing a movie?
It's like what came on. I guess my auto plays on. I don't watch.
Is that an old ass movie?
It says Mel Gibson.
That's gotta be an old movie.
Is Mel Gibson movie, dude? What the? I don't. Okay, hold on. Oh, there's Coneheads. What the hell is happening? It's like if this is on my recommended, like I don't.
What are you even watching for that to be your recommended?
That's what I'm saying. Why is that on my recommended?
I feel like I've seen that movie. It was a 2000. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I've seen it.
I've heard of it, but I don't think I've seen it.
Okay, I don't know how long this is. It says 2 hours. I know it's not 2 hours. Did you look at the trend? You're still on the what women want.
Oh my god.
Okay, now I gotta go for. This
one caught me by surprise to me.
Okay.
Do you have the hearing? Where did I send that to you?
I could have sworn you sent it on my ex last night, and he said, "We'll watch this after." Maybe not. Let me look on my text.
I found it.
Okay.
I don't know how long it is. I just remember I skimmed through it to see if
we can skim through it. I'm gonna go pee real quick.
Okay, bye.
I'll put the tunes
The
on.
chill music
I'm
on.
a fast peer though, dude.
You better wash your hands.
That's about the only thing I do fast.
Okay, so November 19th. I know that, Mike. What is this? Are you muted?
Have you not heard me this whole time?
This whole time.
Shut. Misty.
Jennifer.
I've been sitting here talking this whole time. Oh man, Craig, I'm not even going to comment on that, dude.
You did? I know. All I tell him is I know. I know.
Bro. And yeah, I was saying I was going to put up those little curtain lights.
Oh yeah.
But I haven't done it yet. I was going to do it earlier today, and I was like, I might do it. But they look really. They're going to be really cute with my whatever it's called tapestry that you sent. So Kratom Revisions. Go to that.
Yeah. I love. I hate that we have to watch this, but I love when lawmakers put in that website how it will. You don't have to sit there and watch the whole thing to figure out where you go, where it's broken up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hold on, let's see. I was just looking at their agenda. Oh my gosh. I don't even know, dude. I hope this isn't hard to watch. It doesn't, I don't know. It doesn't look like it might not be too bad. Okay. Oh, there's his buddy.
What? I've seen the YouTube screen.
What?
Yeah, the screen that you're sharing is still the YouTube channel.
Misty, what the
Jennifer!
hell are you talking about? Are you freaking serious right now? Hold on. All right, what about now?
Okay, yeah, there you are.
What the heck? What about now?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, hold on. I
That
gotta
is the
rewind
dude.
it.
That's the dude who was just speaking at that news radio station.
Look, okay, cool. It goes back to it. Okay.
Of Senator McKell present that. So come on.
You
up,
still
Senator.
see it?
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
Time is yours. Hang on.
Good. And that's his
I got
buddy
you.
that he
Thank you, Chair.
promised.
Thank you, committee. I've served in the legislature
To do
now
with the
for
connections,
13
probably.
years. And some people have served longer, some people have served shorter. But one of the things, the reason I bring
Yeah,
that
how
up
the law
is
works, or-
you serve long enough, you regret some votes that you make. And everybody will have a
The
moment where
office.
they regret a vote that they made. And I regret a vote I made. When I was in the House, we passed the Kratom Protection Act, and I regret that vote. I think it was a mistake at the time, and I'm not afraid to say that I think as a legislative body, I think we made a mistake. But the good news is we have an opportunity to fix that, and that's why I'm here today. At the end of the presentation, what I'm going to ask this committee is to use this bill file, pass it unanimous, and let's move forward with it in the legislative session. So I've got some guests with me today. I would rather they take the time to talk today. Dustin Hawkins is sitting to the right of me. Dustin was a former Kratom user. His story is a story that's similar to many people across the state. Unfortunately, it's not unique. I think Dustin is unique. I think he's a remarkable man, but I think his story is not unique. And I want you to hear from Dustin. I've got Dr. Ryan Stolwell online. He's an ER doctor. He's seen firsthand the catastrophic impact of Kratom. He's seen deaths across the state, and he's going to talk to us today. And then I've brought some experts from the state of Utah. These are our experts. These are our best, our employees for the state of Utah. Dr. Michael Moss.
Did you hire
from the
them?
Utah Poison Control Center, the medical director. He's here to talk. I've
Plus,
got Brandon Forsyth.
half of
He's
these
the
health
Utah State
people,
Lab
like the
director.
Board of Health people,
We've got
are
Deidre
supposed
Amaro.
to be like
She is
knowledgeable
the medical
or not.
director, the medical examiner for the state of Utah, DHHS medical director. Megan, if I say your name wrong again, it's fine. We'll pronounce it right. But Megan Brokemeyer, she is the DHHS Drug Overdose Prevention Research Coordinator. They are here. They are our employees. I think it's important to hear from them. The bill that we've worked on was worked on by people in the state, and the language I received, it was worked on by our folks. What the bill does is it repeals the Kratom Protection Act. That's first and foremost, and it schedules two drugs, 7-OH and metrogeny. And I think there's a myth out there that 7-OH is the problem. It is a problem. It's a very, very serious problem, but metrogeny itself is a serious problem, and we'll talk about that as well. I've been out in the world. I've purchased Kratom across my district. I'm going to hold up some samples.
I've been out in the world.
I'm going to hold up some samples, and afterwards, I have purchased nearly $500 of Kratom. If anybody wants to see it, I've purchased this. I've taken
On
9 samples. from the
taxpayer
state lab.
dollars?
I've done my homework
If
on this
that's
product. It's
$500
harmful,
with the
and we should
Kratom,
repeal the
that's
Kratom
all
Protection Act.
7-OH,
With that,
boo.
I'm going to go straight into Dustin.
Thank you. And
That's
just a reminder, anyone
insane.
that's testifying, state
Yeah.
your name and who you represent, if anyone, and then after you can write your name on the paper. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. My name's Dustin Hawkins. I started a program in 2010 called SOAR, School of Addiction Recovery. It's a nonprofit, so it's a recovery gym, and it's an intensive outpatient program.
He's the dude
I'm
from
a
the news
recovering opiate
story.
addict. I had 7 years sober. In March of 2024, I was going through the gas station like I do every Saturday afternoon to get a 5-hour energy, and I know the guy at the drive-thru. And he says, "Hey man, we got this new energy drink. You got to try it. It's better for you." Blah blah blah. And he gives it to me for free. And so I like an idiot, I drive out of it and I just drink it. It's just nasty. And
But he's
I was doing some reading. And about 20, 30 minutes, it kicks in, and I always say it kind of just felt like I was being hugged by God. Just felt amazing, like opiates.
Yeah.
I kind of related it like I took 2 Percocet 10s. And I was a bad opiate addict, so I looked at it, and I saw, and I was like, oh, it's Kratom, and I help people get sober from Kratom, so I knew what Kratom was, but I didn't know it was in the gas stations. I knew it was in the smoke shops, and but I don't go to smoke shops, and so anyway.
So, yeah,
Dude,
hold
on.
Hold on. So he's the dude from the news story, and I went and investigated him. You know, he runs this gym rat type of recovery center type thing. You know, so you're telling me that after all these years of you being sober, that you stopped, you just like took a drink and without a thought in the world of research, you just slammed it back and was
he
like,
had no idea. Yeah, but he's helped a lot of people get off of Kratom, but he had no idea Get out.
Something sus. Something sus. Some stank.
Like there's a lot of holes in that story right there.
Some stank.
You don't go.
Mike. Hey, Leisha, what's up? Baldy locks.
Bullshit. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna close that tab because I keep going to it, and that's not the right one. Okay.
I go home and tell my wife, I said, I drank a drink that was, I think, bad for me. And well, I kind of justify it. Well, the next day I justify it. It's like, it's just in the gas station. This is healthy. You know,
Oh my
Long
God.
story short, within 7 to 10 days, I was doing 10 a day. And at $10 a piece, which is a pretty heavy $100 habit out of a gas station a day.
It's like he's
So
reading
this
a
started
script.
my journey of trying to get sober from it. I was in and out of detox. So you detox the same way. My legs sick, you know. So I had to go to detox 4 times from April to September.
You can
At
tell
the
when somebody's
time,
not being
they were trying to
truthful.
convince me to go to rehab, but I was starting as a new vice principal job at Northridge High School. Over Labor Day, I went into detox again, and then when I came out, I immediately relapsed. And so then I was like, I can't be around these kids anymore. And so I decided, I went into Davis School District and told them I needed to go to rehab. I took a leave of absence and went to rehab for 40 days and then came out of rehab, and I've been sober
40
since.
days?
But the thing that was incredible about the Kratom is I never took a substance that I wanted to take again right after I took it. So I drink one, it light up those
What?
receptors, and then I wanted another one. And it was so
Hold-
accessible. Like,
hold on,
back in the day, I was
Okay, wait.
talking around to doctors, you know.
Okay. What? So this is what I was just gonna say. You've never taken the substance that you wanted to keep taking. How are you running a recovery center from being an addict in recovery, or however you want to label yourself?
You know, he sounds like, you know, when you hear somebody like a kid and they're trying to lie so they don't get in trouble. or
Yes.
whatever, he's like, well, you know, I went and told my wife, you know, I think I might have had something that was bad for me.
But he went and bought it again?
Kidding me? Yeah. Next thing you know, I'm taking 10 a day, 40 days in recovery.
What
Also,
is-
as soon as you take it, like, unless it had cocaine in it,
Oh, a warm hug from God. That was me and opiates, like for real. You know, it gave me that warm, fuzzy blanket feeling. That's what I was constantly chasing. So you mean to tell me that he took it the first time and went home and told his wife, and then he goes and buys it again?
honey, I think I took something that might be bad for me. I got it at the gas station. Everything you buy from the gas station's good for you. So I don't know, because that's what he's sounding like.
What in the hell?
He's straight up from big rehab, dude.
Oh, big rehab,
Straight
big time.
up.
He is. Yeah, I went and looked him up.
Like this guy right here, like you don't even have to be a good judge of character to hear the untruthfulness in his entire.
It's like Mikhail went and recruited.
Yeah.
Went and recruited him.
Or this guy, the freaking gym rat dude, and Mikhail was recruited.
Yeah. Something ain't right.
Yeah. There's a lot more to this story we don't know about. This is insane.
This is wow.
It's like, and I find it crazy for people to act like this guy. You know, I've been sober for 7 years. I run an addiction recovery, but I don't know any characteristics of addiction, like at all. Like really, like I don't know.
He's like, I know it's you know, you get nervous when you get up there to speak like that, but
Nah,
it's
he don't
almost
sound
like
nervous at all. He sounds like
it's almost like he's trying to remember everything he's read
Right.
or heard about Kratom,
Yeah.
and he's jumbling it together.
right. Like he says, like I'm saying, like you keep on, you know, that kid's lying and just
Yeah.
making stuff up to not get in trouble.
Yeah, yeah.
Sounds like just a straight up ass lie.
Like he the vice principal and the dude the principal and Mikhail's the principal next
Yeah.
to him. He'd be like, you better be on your P's
And
and Q's,
Mikhail's
boy.
gonna come back him up in a minute.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
I was a opiate addict who got prescriptions from doctors, and I had back surgeries, and
Me
And
too.
now it was like, oh, I can just run up to the Sinclair and grab 2 Percocet 10s, you know, and that's kind of the way
That's
my brain
7-H.
worked. It was like taking 2 Percocet 10s, which was my drug of choice. And anyway, in my recovery gym, we're just seeing all kinds of people coming in and out. It's the same thing. My experience was with the Phil Freeze and then the ones in the Maverick. I haven't participated in the 7-0. But a lot of people in my gym that we're now helping getting sober. And I guess I'm thankful for the experience because now I can talk about it. So anyway, thanks for letting me come up here today and let me know if you have any questions.
Thank you, Dustin. We do have one question. Representative Bailey Prevost.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Dustin, thank you for being here and telling your story. If it's okay, just more a comment for the committee's reference. SOAR is an amazing organization and program that you run, and I just want to thank you for the work that you're doing there. And I think it's important for the committee members
Scratch
to
your
know
back,
that
I'll scratch your back.
We as a legislature have a funding
Let's kiss his
item
ass
that
real quick
we
while
do
he's
support
up
your
here so
program,
we
and I
can
just
show
wanted
who we're
to
gonna
draw that
support.
line in recognizing that we view you as a partner and a co-stakeholder in the work that we're doing, and just wanted to appreciate your willingness to come and tell your story. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Representative Chevrier.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I am just wondering if, I have 3 questions, I think, here. Are we just banning it in stores, or are we banning it completely everywhere?
Representative Chevrier, let's wait until after the presentation.
Oh, I'm sorry.
God
Sorry.
bless.
If
I
you have a
thought the
question.
presentation was over.
No, sorry.
Okay,
Okay,
thanks.
There's
we'll
more to
get
come.
back to you though.
No, baby, it's a bunch of more
Thank you,
bullshit you
Dustin.
got
I
to sit
appreciate you
through
coming
and
down.
smell.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And as we tee up Dr. Stolworthy, I was able to purchase the feel-free product. You're supposed to check ID. My ID was not checked. I was able to purchase the exact same product that he purchased at Maverick. They did check my ID at Maverick. So Chevron, Maverick, easy to buy.
That's $500 worth of Kratom.
Next presenter, Ryan Stolworthy.
That's what I'm saying.
Dr.
If
Stolworthy,
that's the
yep,
case,
thank you.
that's
Turn
7
on your
up.
camera.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm honored to be able to participate.
Or
I'm
he's
a practicing emergency
complete
physician
bullshit.
at Logan Regional Hospital, which is an Intermountain facility.
Ryan, can you state your name, please? Thank you.
Yes, Ryan Stolworthy, MD. Do you hear me?
Yeah, thank you. Go ahead.
Got it. So I'm a practicing emergency physician at Logan Regional Hospital, which is an Intermountain facility up in Logan, Utah. I've been here since 2002. I have 26 plus years in emergency medicine. Kratom is something that we're seeing on an increasingly regular basis in
Can
the
you pause
emergency
it?
department.
We got Yoga Jin
The
here.
things that we're seeing.
Because people's going in there calling it Kratom.
Yeah. Jen,
Yoga Jen.
Yoga Jin. We were watching the that Senator Mike McHale's little secret hearing that he had somehow because we never knew that this hearing was popping off.
Bad.
It's bad. It's bad. So you just missed the good part. That's what I'm saying, Mike. We had no idea that this even happened. This was done on some fly sneak shit. Sneaky link.
It's just like completely made up. Gosh, dude, it's just so infuriating to see this.
It's like it was secretly done so that he could get his foot in the door. Let me go poison the minds of my fellow lawmakers first.
And then you got the lady, the people on the board or whatever, patting dudes back, a camaraderie. Let's all make sure that we know who we're going to support and vote.
Yeah, this is Utah, Jen. Yeah. This is Utah.
It's like, oh, you want to get something passed? I'm not going to say that on TV.
On TV.
Oh! Just go do something crazy to that person. Okay, I'm not going to say that.
Mainly are withdrawal cases of Kratom. Talking with the 15 of us that work up here in Logan, we serve Cache Valley, which is 150,000, and then we have a drawing area, probably 175,000 potential patients. We, in the last 4 to 6 months, have seen, I believe, 10 or more cases of Kratom withdrawal. We've seen 1 death, and we've had 1 seizure-related Kratom issue. So Kratom works with the mu receptor in the human body, which is the same receptor that.
Why is he on his phone?
We have to use Narcan.
Because he don't give a shit. No, seriously, even 75% of those people, like 75% of those people, 7-OH, and I'm being benefit of the doubt here.
Yeah, because they're going because it's being sold as Kratom.
Yep. Yeah.
So a doctor in them. Yeah. Why is he on his phone? That's disrespectful as shit.
Well, he's already got these people's votes, so he probably doesn't even think about that. I feel like this is like Louisiana.
2.0.
Yeah.
Louisiana 2.0 for sure. And he's an attorney.
Of course.
McHale's an attorney.
Slime ball. freaking slime ball.
It's good. I feel like it's gonna get worse.
It is.
For kratom or for a narcotic overdose to reverse those cases that are overdose cases with kratom.
That's
which is very
708.
interesting to think that we're having
Yeah.
to use, a form
And
of
she
antidote
knows.
to try to reverse something that's being purchased over the counter. Withdrawal cases are the ones that we normally see, and it's interesting in the cases that we've seen, the number of individuals that say this. I had no idea. I had no idea that it was just like a narcotic, and I withdraw just like a narcotic.
And
That's
that's
As was shared by
708.
this gentleman just before me, that's one of the things that is really surprising to them all, is that how could this be so strong that I'm withdrawing from it? And
But Feel Free has
consumes a
kava
lot of
and
resources,
kratom in it.
and
Yeah.
that's challenging because some patients have to be admitted. Some people definitely need medications. Withdrawal reversal can sometimes occur in the emergency department, but it takes hours. Takes a lot of patient dollars, I believe, and it becomes a really difficult thing.
Dude, not to wasn't it Utah that Mac was trying to get like the kava and kratom? If they was mixed, it was considered adulterated. or
Adulterated.
something?
Yeah. So
It was
there.
Utah?
This is what I'm saying. It's deeper. This goes deeper than just the KCPA.
Well, I get it, Jen. Trust.
It's so I don't know if it still is, but for a while there, Feel Free was descheduled from the. I just looked at the list today that came across my Google alerts about how the Utah Department of Agriculture has all the kratom products, the legit people that register their kratom products with the Department of Agriculture. I didn't. It's like 52 pages. I didn't go look at the whole thing, but I don't know if Feel Free is still considered descheduled under the Department of Agriculture because of the, it being with kava mixed in with kratom. I don't know. So the list was pretty impressive to me. That's how all states should be doing it.
I know.
Let me send that to you.
It's just like I just wish that like everybody could just get on the same page and do it.
Utah is doing it correctly.
Yeah.
It's just 7OH freaking got, bombarded out there as well.
It's just literally just massively pushed any.
And if I remember correctly, that some of the 7OH dealers are out there in Utah.
It's insane to me.
For them. So I realize there's a lot of different concentrations of kratom. My big concern is that maybe even these lower dose concentrations are becoming a gateway for the higher dose concentrations, the ones that are becoming really problematic for us.
Thank you, Dr.
Any
Stillwell.
questions? Yeah,
I'm not seeing any questions right now. Thank you.
you're welcome.
Perfect. Thank you, Dr. Stolworthy, and thank you for your expertise. Now I want to invite up Michael Moss. Again, he runs the Utah Poison Control Center, medical director up at the University of Utah.
Again, there wasn't even a code for it till February of this year.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm Michael Moss. Like you said, I'm medical director of the Utah Poison Control Center. I'm also an emergency physician, but now I spend my time doing medical toxicology and addiction medicine. That's what I'm doing up at the hospital right after this meeting today. So we have seen more kratom and more 7-hydroxymetragenine, right? The two compounds in kratom that are of primary interest are metragenine, and then there is less of that in the natural product, 7-hydroxymetragenine, which we usually abbreviate 7OH or 7-hydroxy. These products seem to be marketed as natural or safe and not containing a drug, and so similar to what you've already heard from others, that patients tell me, I had no idea what this was, and in fact, someone told me it contained no drugs at all, and I used to have problems with opioids, and now I'm addicted again.
Oh,
We're getting more calls to our poison center. The Utah Poison Center serves all of Utah and only Utah. Our case volume has about doubled over the last year or two, 2024, 2025. We had seen an increase when kratom came online in Utah, and now a further increase in the last 2 years. And now just in the last several months,
He said
have
2
had
years.
an increase in calls related to the 7OH or 7-hydroxy. That's consistent around the country as well. I looked at our national data just last night, and the same thing is happening at poison centers across
2 years
the
it's
United
been on the
States.
market.
We get calls about all sorts of things, the combination of both intoxication, where someone has taken too much, often in combination with other medications. They can have unusual symptoms like agitation and tremor and hallucinations that you wouldn't expect from an opioid, on top of the opioid effects, like have already been mentioned, that might require Narcan to reverse an opioid overdose. We also get calls about withdrawal. That's what I see primarily on my addiction treatment is patients who now need to go through detox and might need other medications that they can have in a controlled setting from a healthcare provider like Suboxone or other options, so they're not spending all of their money and all their time trying to obtain Kratom.
Suboxone's an opioid?
Even worse than just the Kratom, which definitely causes the addiction and withdrawal issues, is the 7-OH, and that's where we're seeing even worse. So this is potent. This is only present in the natural product at something of less than 1% of it, and now people are getting that in a purified and synthesized way, and that's leading to people just stopping breathing from taking 7-hydroxy. This stuff is more like 10 to 20 times more potent than morphine.
You go after
And no
them.
one should have access to 7-OH or 7-hydroxymetragenine. Another trouble with this is we don't exactly know what someone's getting. We rely on those manufacturers to label these appropriately. What's actually there.
There
and
you
how
go,
much
on his
is
phone
present,
again.
And what else is it combined with is just not clear. And like we've already heard, what is on that label and what do patients know about what's in the product? I think they're being misled generally. So from my perspective, both metragenine and 7-hydroxymetragenine, Kratom, are causing significant issues, at least with withdrawal and addiction, and now even worse with unintentional and sometimes even intentional overdoses, leading to potentially fatal effects.
Thank you.
Thank you. We can move on to the next witness unless there's questions for Dr. Moss.
I'm not seeing any.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very helpful. Thank you. Let's jump to Brandon Forsyth, and Brandon runs the state lab. He's the director up there. I had a chance to meet with Brandon. I brought him samples of Kratom. We went through and we decided which ones we were going to test. I brought him nine samples, and I appreciate that. Brandon's on the front line of this, and I thought he'd be helpful for this committee to meet today.
Dr. Brandon Forsyth, Director of the State Lab and also the Specialized Products Division over at Utah Department of Agriculture and Food, which regulates Kratom. I first learned about Kratom back in 2018, I believe, right around the same time that it was brought before you all, while I was working up at the Center for Human Toxicology as a research toxicologist studying benzodiazepines and opiates and their drug-drug interactions. It was explained to me as a method for people to make a tea with powdered Kratom leaf and then drink that tea and help them get over their addiction cravings to opiates. That's very different from what it's become. But the products we currently see coming into our laboratory are extracted Kratom products. They're taking the leaf, pulling out the metragenine, the 7-hydroxy, and whatever other alkaloids are in there, and concentrating those down into tablets that are much more potent than the Kratom leaf tea that was originally sold to all of you. Well, maybe not all of you. Some of you probably weren't here. Lucky you. But the products that we're seeing are just straight metragenine. And the industry has demonized 7-hydroxy pretty effectively and tried to blame it for all of the negative effects. But we're still getting reports. One that I got recently, a complaint that we received at the department, was of a lady complaining that her husband was acting odd. He had been purchasing these products from a local gas station, and he had started taking them, and he was clearly a former addict who had used amphetamines and had been sober for a while, but started taking these products. And he actually said the initial feeling was quite unpleasant with the specific product that he took. He said it was about 20 minutes of heart palpitations and discomfort. He had to lay down to get over the dizziness, but then followed by an hour or so of euphoria and high energy. And so he found it worthwhile, but because it didn't last a super long time, he had to pound several of these a day. They're not cheap products either. And so it actually—
Pound several of these.
And also destroying his health and causing problems in his personal life. She said that he wasn't acting like her husband anymore. When we tested this product, I originally expected it to have 7-hydroxy in it, or to have been spiked with some other kratom alkaloid that would be responsible for these effects. But there wasn't anything there. And we looked. Like, you never find just what you're not looking for in chemistry. You really have to know what you're trying to find. So we kept digging and looked for MGM-15, a synthetic kratom alkaloid that may have been put in there. Of course, looked for 7-hydroxy. Looked for all of the kratom alkaloids that we could. Nothing's there. It's just metragenine.
And kava
is a very clear indicator to me.
I know he's talking about Feel Free.
It's not the problem. It's metragenine. We need to get this stuff out of our gas stations, out of places where consumers can buy these products. When people bring these products in for testing into our laboratory, they're trying to sell it to my staff. They're selling it as a workout supplement. And sorry, I'm getting a little bit emotional. I really like the people I work with, their friends, their coworkers that are very valuable to me. And to have somebody trying to sell this stuff that I know is harming people to them evoked a kind of a protection response in me. And fortunately, they were well educated enough to avoid it immediately. I'm very privileged to work with some very intelligent people. So I would just encourage the committee to take action on this and save Utahns from the pain of this addiction.
Thank you, Brandon. We have one question from Representative Daley Provo.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So Dr. Forsyth, we've worked together on a few things over the years. Can you shed some light on your experience in, so I don't know if, maybe you mentioned at the beginning of when you were introducing yourself, you head up the Special Products Division at the Department of Agriculture and Food, which includes medical cannabis and CBD and kratom. So I just, as an aside, thank you for your ongoing work on this. In your experience, and as we work together on a lot of these things, do you see, have you seen a lot of success in our consistent efforts to put guardrails around some of these things? Just maybe speak to, I mean, I could speak to this, but I would prefer you speak to what we see when, as a state and as a regulatory agency, where we try to close a loophole, they find new loopholes to take advantage of. And my concern in, any conversation about, well, let's just select a few safe things and keep them legal and everything will be fine. Can you kind of speak to how that mentality has not worked in the past from your experience?
Absolutely. This is a very dynamic industry, and it's very close to the hemp industry, I would say, in both the people who are involved in it and also in the tactics that they're using to try to get their products out to consumers. And, there are some very clear things in the hemp industry like CBD that seem to be beneficial, genuinely beneficial to people, and probably worth keeping around, I think. I don't see the same in kratom, and it's, even with hemp, it has been very difficult, like you're saying, to close all the little loopholes. And it's a battle we fight constantly up here at the legislature, trying to keep up with the industry. And it would be much the same with kratom. It's going to be much the same with kratom if we don't pass this, and with no potential benefit as far as I can see.
Thank you.
May I ask one more?
Yes.
Thank you, sorry. If we were to find ourselves in a place, whether, regardless of the jurisdiction, where we've got to regulate at least a partial legal market, how do you have any notion on how we would make this safely available? Because, safely available is not buying it at gas stations or smoke shops. To your knowledge, are there any healthcare providers that are willing to take this on as part of a medical program? Is that even?
Not to my knowledge. I don't know that I would be the person to ask about that. There's probably somebody who could better answer that question. But going back to that original idea of kratom leaf is slightly tempting, just because if people could use that to get off of opioids are obviously a huge problem. And I think all of us would want to give people with an opiate addiction access to anything that could help them break that addiction. But I just don't see that as a terribly viable way of regulating kratom at this time.
Because there's just not a place for it in a medical
I would
treatment
think it needs
space.
to be in a professional treatment space.
Okay, thank you.
They can't make money from it.
Thank you. And as we bring up our next witness, Dr. Deidre Amaro, this is our actual state medical examiner. She's here to talk about this as well. One thing that Dr. Forsyth said, and I want this to stick, the metrageny itself is problematic. If I was writing a brief in court, I would bold that, I would underline that. The industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry. They're going to tell you that the product 7-OH is the only problem. That's not what we're seeing happen. And if I just want to emphasize that over and over.
Jen is not here, so I can't have her pause it.
It's extremely problematic. With that, welcome, Dr. Amaro. Thank you for being here. Oh, I got both of you.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm Dr. Deirdre Amaro, Chief Medical Examiner, and this is Megan Brockmeyer, our, what's your official title? I'm sorry.
The overdose fatality examiner.
Yes, so she has all the numbers. And
Kind of eat the mic so everybody can hear you.
I'm going to move and let them take this mic as well.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Megan Brockmeyer. I'm the overdose fatality examiner in the office.
Oh my gosh, you couldn't hear me, huh?
No.
Oh my God! This dude's playbook is legit Louisiana.
Yes, it is.
It's like he went and watched the Louisiana hearing, is literally just
Studied it.
Yeah.
He freaking studied it. And what I wanted to say, because he keeps saying that metragedine is the problem. The problem that he's having is feel-free, which is mixed with a kava extract. There's no science to prove what is happening inside that bottle with the metragedine and kava extract.
Well, that, and he's, I can't believe that dude is. Oh man, it's like he's also, pounding that word in as because he like he keeps saying, well, they keep blaming the 7-OH and that's not the issue. That's not the issue. And it's like, dude, yeah, that is the issue. You said that y'all got an uptick for 2 years ago or whatever. That's how long it's been on the market. You've had an even bigger uptick in the last 4 months or whatever.
Yes.
February is just when they started getting a code for it. It's like, dude, it just doesn't take that much. And to act like just dismiss that it's not helping people at all is insane.
You know what? I gotta go look at his bill. I wonder if he's got possession included in the bill.
And then this girl over here on the one that keeps on patting their back and everything.
Well, she did ask some good questions when you walked away.
Are you talking about the blonde-headed or the other one?
The other one.
She looked like she got red or brown hair. I don't know.
Yeah, the other one, the red brown hair chick, the one that initially kissed the other dude's butt.
I don't like her.
But she did ask some good questions.
And then, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Louisiana, he's bringing all of his people up in here.
His people. These are his people.
Just like Louisiana.
Of the Medical Examiner, Department of Health and Human Services. And so we're just here to talk a little bit about the fatal drug overdose data and what we're seeing with Kratom.
Can I say one thing? I gave that to Seth if it's been passed around.
Yeah, it has. Yeah.
So in that report, I'm looking at 5 years worth of data that ends in June of 2025. So during this period, there was 158 fatal overdoses that involved Kratom. The vast majority of those were the result of an accident, so 91%. And then 5% were the manner of death was undetermined, and 4% were intentional overdoses or suicides that involved Kratom. During this 5-year period, the number of deaths increased by 43%. And then just kind of looking at some demographics to identify who is most impacted by Kratom overdoses. Males are disproportionately impacted. This is true for all drug overdoses, but it's even more pronounced for Kratom. 68% of overdoses were among males. Also, the average age of death for Kratom overdoses was 39, which is almost 6 years younger than deaths by any other drug. The vast majority of overdoses are the result of multi-substances. This is true for all drug overdoses, but again, a little bit more pronounced for Kratom. So 94% of overdoses involved another substance. I think a notable trend, though, is that we saw more Kratom-only deaths in the most recent 12-month period than we've seen. It actually included almost 50% of all Kratom-only deaths since 2014. So
did you test for 7OH?
Deaths in more recent years. Geographically, there's areas, of course, across the state that are more impacted, but we have seen Kratom deaths in all local health districts except for San Juan County and the Central Health District.
Kratom only. Did y'all test anything else?
Kratom overdose is in the Southwest Health District. They had the highest rates, followed by Tri-County and Weber Morgan. I think
if it was that bad, the numbers that she's saying
geographically is that Utah County has a much higher proportion of Kratom-involved overdoses than they do all drug overdoses. So typically they have the lowest rates of overdose in the state, but this was just an area where I noticed that there's a more of a difference among Kratom overdoses than the all drug overdoses. And then lastly, the most frequent drugs that are involved in fatal drug overdoses include fentanyl, and then it's followed by gabapentin and ethanol or alcohol. And then there's
why'd you ban gabapentin?
Specifically amphetamine and methamphetamine that are also commonly involved in fatal drug overdoses.
Thank you very much. I'm not seeing any questions. Senator McDowell?
I'd like to give our medical examiner some time to comment. If anything to add?
I think Megan summed it up pretty nicely. Like she said, most of the time, these are not drug overdose deaths with metragenine, which is the major compound we're looking at, metragenine and 7-hydroxymetragenine. It's usually...
Dude, I would love to ask these people certain questions just to see. It, like that lab dude be like, so how many products did you test and it came out positive with the alkaloid MGM-15? You know what I mean? Just see what he said.
In combination with other drugs.
Thank you.
With that, I think it concludes our presentation. I think we're open for questions. We've got a lot of expertise here. We can answer questions.
Yeah,
I appreciate the time. And again, my ask is the same as what I started with. I think it's clear. I think we actually have a crisis. This is a crisis. People are legitimately dying in the state. People are hurt. People are reaching out, hopefully to you, like they're reaching out to me. But it is beyond time to fix this legislation. I started the same place I started with. I regret that I voted for it, and I hope we can change that. I hope we can fix it and get this out of the gas stations.
Are you like
let's-
trying to
let's
run for
questions and
governor next or
comments.
something? You trying to make another
All
name,
right,
like a
to
name
the
for
committee
yourself?
for clarifying questions. I want to remind everybody, or have everybody look at the clock. We are running way behind, so let's be focused. Okay, Representative Chevrier.
Thank you. Sorry for jumping the gun earlier. There is some evidence that using the pure
And
leaf
you
is
see how
different
they're
from
trying to
mixing
just
with
push
other
it
things.
along real fast?
I have
too?
actually 3 questions. I'll just ask them all and then you can answer me, okay? So if you have, do you have any information about that? Have you talked to anyone who has used Kratom who has benefited from using Kratom? Also, Vickers has drafted a bill in this space, and I'm wondering if you have worked with him at all. And then, have you looked at the FDA's single ascending dose study and the findings
Ooh,
that
she
show
might have some good
no
questions.
adverse effects up to 12 grams?
Yeah. It's like that lady knew she was
And
going to ask
I
good
think that's
questions.
Let me jump in. So the first question, just in general, is there benefit? And that's what Dr. Forsyth talked about. I saw Dr. Forsyth contemplating, well, what if we just did the pure plant leaf? Unfortunately, that's not what's happening, and that's why there's 158 deaths in the state. That's why Dr. Stolworthy and his team in the ER are seeing people. It's unfortunately
Laura
not the
hadn't
reality
had
on the
to watch
ground.
this.
Yes, we are working with
I hope
Senator
she didn't watch
Vickers.
this.
This is something the Business and Labor Committee is looking at, but I think that the jurisdiction of this committee is certainly appropriate to do that. As far as studies, I'll tell you this, and I'm going to be really candid with this group. There was a lot of money spent on, and I'm going to call it junk science. I don't care if that's offensive. But there was a lot of money spent by organizations that were making hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm happy to send you the data that cooked up some of the science originally. I think the important thing when we look at the science, we have to look at the science today. We have to look at what is happening in the state of Utah today. And we've got experts here that testify that we have a serious problem. And I think that's far more relevant than science that the industry promoted in the past.
This dude.
Thank you. Thank you. Representative Monson.
My questions are maybe, I don't know that we have an answer as far as what could happen, but what do we do jurisdictionally when other states around us are not doing anything about this, and are we just creating a black market?
Don't say ahead of the curve.
Yeah, outside.
I actually love that question. So there are 9 states that have banned it. We'd be the 10th state. But Chair Hall and I and Senator Vickers and others we're on a meeting with the Drug Task Force and folks that are actually out doing the hard work there in Salt Lake County. And that exact question came up. And I know Chair Hall will remember this, and Representative Daley Pro will remember is our law enforcement folks would say, you know,
How that's not. It's
That's
like,
nowhere near the no.
Okay, because I'm like,
Because-
dude. Even if you include Rhode Island and Louisiana,
It's 7 states.
Okay.
If you include Rhode Island, it's 7 states. But Rhode Island's that's in April 1st, 2026. The ban is lifted in Rhode Island for kratom. So then it will just be right back down to the freaking number 6.
I think he's talking about 7OH, maybe Florida or something like that.
Probably.
God.
what, I'd rather have it on a black market than in a gas station. People are always going to get it. There's no question. There's a black market. They'll still get it, but it'll be far less people, and you'll see that trend decline. And that's what our law enforcement folks think. I had a chance to talk to SWAP, our statewide association of prosecutors, yesterday. Carl Holland is chairman that this year. They met. They talked about it. They were supportive of this legislation as well.
You need
and,
some
and law
water.
enforcement, they see that issue. They see that issue. But having this out of the public and on a black market is a much better place to have it than out where kids can get it today.
I have
And then just to
never
follow up, is there
heard
any
anybody
jurisdictional
say
issues
that.
within, the tribal entities that we have within the state.
In an issue like this, if they're within the state, this law would apply.
Perfect. Thank you.
Shit.
Thank you. Seeing no further questions, is there anyone in the audience that wants to comment and make public comment on
Well,
this?
That's what I'm saying.
We have one. Okay, I'm going to give.
We didn't even know
What-
this
what
is
public
happening.
comment
Is it going to be an
as
anti or a pro?
Running quick
Let's
on time,
find
so I'll
out.
give you 2 minutes, and then we'll see if there's anybody online. If you'll check for me.
See, we could be online.
Thank you. And
We
just
got
remember to
testify
state your
online.
name and write it down after
Yes.
you're done. Thank you.
My name's Walter Plum. I'm the president of Drug Safe Utah. I'll be very brief. My eldest daughter had, she was told that if she took kratom, it would help her moods, elevate her
Oh my
moods,
God.
give her more energy. She had pre-existing above normal blood pressure. And what happened is she started taking it as a tea multiple times a day. It was sort of mixed it, I guess. It resulted in her blood pressure going to 180. I took her to the University Hospital, and I didn't really realize what kratom was at that time. This is 2 years ago. when I took her there, the doctor asked her if she was using kratom. She denied it. And then after questioning, she finally admitted that she was doing it. And then she tried to stop, and she could not stop. And it resulted in a stroke that was months of rehab to even get her to walk. So I've looked up for the effects of kratom, and that's high blood pressure is one of them. But this stuff is extremely dangerous.
I
One of
got
my
up 2 blood
friends
pressure
over
pills,
at
2
Beehive
meds.
Mine has went down
dispensary, a marijuana
drastically.
dispensary, gave me a site,
Yep.
kingbdistribution.com. And I looked that up 2 nights ago. You can buy this stuff all over the place. It's more than gas stations, and they openly advertise this high percentage of 7-OH. So this needs to stop. It needs to be terminated. There's no medical use for this. Thank you.
Thank you, Walt. Thank you for coming.
Man, there's a
Do we
lot
have
that
anyone
I
online?
can see about this whole situation that
Okay, we're not seeing anyone online, so
I can see.
we'll bring it back to the.
This was
committee
done
for
so
possible
secretly.
action.
And I'm fairly certain I know where it originated from.
Representative Daley Provo.
Thank you, Madam Chair. We're open for motions, or?
Yes, sorry.
Do we want to give the sponsor an opportunity to sum, or do you want me to just make a motion?
I'm
We can
good.
agree
I'm good.
to
I'm
it?
It's
good.
got a certain
You're out of
MO
time, and
to
we've had
it.
really good material today.
All right, thank you. I'd like to make a motion to pass Senator McKell's bill out with a favorable recommendation as a committee bill.
Thank you for that motion. Would you like to speak to it?
I would, but we're running out of time.
Okay, thank you. Does the bill sponsor want to speak to that?
Thank you, committee. I wanted you to hear from our experts in Utah, our people on the ground. These are the smartest people we have in Utah that are dealing with this every day.
Oh,
I
God, I hate
Representative
that for
Chevier,
y'all.
And that data you referenced was actually paid for by the kratom industry, and I can provide that, but I just want to make sure you know that. But no, thank you. We've had a
What?
discussion, and I'd urge support. It is past time to fix this problem.
Thank you. I'm going to take the prerogative of the chair and make a comment as well. On at the same time. Representative Daley Provo.
Thank you, Madam Chair. We're open for motions, or?
Yes.
Sorry, I just
Do we
wanna
want to
hear
give the sponsor an opportunity to sum, or do you want me to just make a motion?
I'm
We can
good.
agree to it?
I'm good.
Yeah.
You're out on time, and we've had really good material today.
All right, thank you. I'd like to make a motion to pass Senator McKell's bill out.
Oh, you rewinded
with a
it?
Favorable recommendation. as a committee bill.
Yeah. Hang on.
Thank you for that motion. Would you like to speak to it?
I would, but we're running out of time.
Thank you.
Hold on.
Does the bill sponsor want to speak to that?
Thank you, committee. I wanted you to hear from our experts in Utah, our people on the ground. These are the smartest people we have in Utah that are dealing with this every day. I phoned a friend, Representative Chevier, and that data you referenced was actually paid for by the kratom industry, and I can provide that, but I just want to make sure you know that. But no, thank you. We've had a good discussion, and I'd urge support. It is past time to fix this problem.
Thank you.
He phoned a friend.
Prerogative of
I
the
wonder
chair
who
to
that
make a
person
comment as
is.
well. I want to commend you for bringing this forward. I think this is a crisis. I think it's time that we get this stopped, and I'm grateful for you to wanting to right your wrong vote a few years ago. So I appreciate that. And we'll go back to the sponsor for any final word, or the maker of the motion for any final word.
No, I'm looking forward to working on this this session and appreciate the committee support for the motion.
Thank you. Okay, if the motion is to pass forward with a favorable recommendation, kratom amendments, kratom adjustments. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? That passes.
What?
Thank you.
Thank you.
They all
right,
so they
we
all
are going
voted
to-
aye without hearing from the opposition of the bill. There was no pro in there, no pro people.
Yep.
And it looks like we might have had an opportunity to speak online. We didn't know that this was happening. This happened on November 19th.
I just,
Yeah, that kind of happens, Mike. Sorry.
I just don't understand. I just don't understand. I mean, I do understand, but again, it's just not, that's not how you're supposed to do things, you
We
know?
are totally seeing Louisiana 2.0.
Yeah.
This is what we're seeing.
I mean, dude, it's just like Louisiana.
And
It's
you know
crazy to me how they're all just, you know, you had that one lady asking questions. It's just, I don't know. There's so much that doesn't add up in this whole entire thing, and nobody is going to like open their eyes to that. I find it hard to believe there wasn't at least one nay. And for that dude to sit there and say the stuff that you got was paid for by the Kratom Association, I don't know. I mean, it's obvious to me how this came about.
Yes.
Very obvious. But
There's always patterns,
yeah.
and we're recognizing the patterns. The Bunny, this was in Utah.
Yeah. Like and you know what? I know I'm gonna be seeing the same thing here soon.
Motherfuck! Senator Jay Morris is also a lawyer. Senator Mike McHale is also a lawyer. The common denominator is something is going on with these lawyers, frat boys.
Well, there's like a thread weaving them together, I guess. Is what I'm
Yep.
saying.
Yep.
Ah, man.
Well, we ain't going now without a fight. I told Laura if legislation comes up, I'm going up there. I'm flying up there. I will be there with you, standing elbow to elbow.
I hate that. I really do. Like, I can't imagine having to sit and watch this.
I don't know if she watched it. I did send it to her, but I don't think she watched it because we're so overwhelmed with having to do this shit city by city because of 70H.
Yeah.
And like I said, earlier in the stream, that I know y'all don't see what we do behind the scenes. We do a lot. We advocate a lot. We actively advocate at multiple fucking hearings every fucking week, and it happens in droves. There'll be like 2-3 days there that we are just nonstop. We're meeting we attend a meeting. Right after that, we attend another meeting. Right after that, we attend another meeting.
I mean, it's getting bad. And I feel like the people obviously where this originated from is it's an opportunity, like an open door to get further.
And we know who the major funder for KDA is. He's a lawyer. This is all done. There's got to be something that's being. Man, I wish I could. I don't know. FOIA email communications or something.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. It's like, even then though, it's like, even if you could like trace it down and everything, it's like, so these people literally don't even care. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't even care. Just like Louisiana.
They didn't give two shits. Got up there and lied. They got spoon-fed lies because the people that are spoon-feeding them want to be able to win their lawsuits.
Yeah.
What are they going to do after they win their lawsuits? Disappear?
Oh, yeah.
After they done fucked over millions of people?
Right now, boy. I can't. I just can't. I don't know. I hope that something good comes soon because it's just been rough lately. We need some good news.
We do. We need some good news.
And we need it bad.
We need more advocates to fucking advocate.
Yeah. Because
we are just being stretched thin. My patience, my whole calmness, demeanor, and all of these fucking weirdos want to, like, this one chick last night wanted to say how all jacked up on Kratom. I ain't even on Kratom today.
What? Some lady said that shit?
Yeah. On X. Because I opened up Pandora's box over there on X.
Oh, yeah. So stupid. Oh, my God. If these people only knew.
Yeah, if they only knew. Grief is an addiction. Money is an addiction. And these folks are blinded by both.
And, some people get off, well, not really get off, they may not realize it. They feel like they are somebody when they can control a lot of things. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're like in the middle of something and you've got people that are doing whatever you say that they need to do, that's power. I guess power is an addiction.
Money, power, greed.
It's just insane to me. I'm sorry. I don't give a shit how much I want something. I will never go about doing it the wrong way.
Yeah.
I would never lie. I will always be honest, because, once you have to start being secretive, underhanding, lying, then your cause is not worth fucking fighting for.
It's
dude.
not. You're fucking hiding something.
It's like, it's just, I don't know. I'll never stoop to those levels. I've seen some people.
I survived active addiction. I ain't gonna lie about nothing. Nothing at all.
I mean, I just don't understand.
I don't go and report none of your shit to try to silence you. I will let you freely speak. Let you continue making yourself look like an ass.
And it's like, even like the social media influencers, they're lying. They come up with these lies and shit just so they can have likes and follows and shit like that. It's the power. It's
Yeah.
like, dude, that shit ain't worth it. That's not the right way to fucking gain a follow. That's not the right way. It's not right. I refuse to even support somebody like that. None of these people are going about doing the things the right way.
I sleep at night because I'm authentic.
Yeah.
I got nothing to hide. I got nothing to gain, other than me telling my story to try to save somebody else who is suffering like I was in active addiction.
Yeah.
Somebody who's suffering in chronic pain that has no idea that whole leaf kratom is even an option, because you got fool motherfuckers like him that wants to, but he wants people to go to the black market. He wants it. He said it.
And I mean, I can kind of understand where he's coming from. Like, there'll be less, but they'll also, the people that aren't going to the black market are going either somewhere else, or they're miserable.
They're suffering.
And they don't want to fucking, live every day, or they're just taking themselves out.
Yeah. Self-deletion.
Like these anti-opioid people and shit like that. This is how their mindset is.
I just because I was addicted to prescription opioids for 11 years, you will never see me file an opioid lawsuit. You will never see me try to take the opioids down. You will never see that.
It's like, I could understand if it's like a substance that's clearly not helping anyone. But, you're talking about taking people's lifeline away, whatever it be. But for this dude to sit here and say there's no medical
use,
it's not helping anyone, get the fuck out of here.
Mm-hmm. I swear.
That's just insane. Yeah, you gotta follow it. Is it? I can't remember. Is it Miss T Brown or Miss T's? Miss T.
It's the T-Bish.
Is it?
Or what is?
I think it's Miss T.
Miss T 79. Either way, I think you'll find me. You'll find me over there yip yapping. Yeah.
Oh gosh, man, I just. Oh,
Okay,
well.
it's time to wrap this up. We've been almost 3 hours. Oh, we're
Yeah.
gonna have to break this up too,
Yeah,
which is fine. That'll give me something to do tomorrow.
I just stupid. This is Louisiana 2.0.
Yeah, it is. So,
All right.
So word of advice: don't sit back and be comfortable, y'all. Don't think this ain't gonna happen in your backyard.
Yeah. Especially right now, from what we're seeing, it literally could happen anywhere at any time right now.
Anytime.
And that's not even, I'm not even like trying to exaggerate. And if we can later on this week, if we don't have a lot of hearings and stuff, we thought about doing like a Thanksgiving stream thingy.
Yeah.
Like a thankful.
Before Thanksgiving, not on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So maybe Wednesday?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just do like what we're thankful for.
Yeah.
Shit, you know what we could do? Just play a bunch of our YouTubes or a bunch of our TikTok videos.
Dude, it'd be cool if like we could get people to come on and say something they're thankful for. I love Thanksgiving.
Me
I
too.
do. I always like Thanksgiving is a day where I literally do sit back and I'm thankful for everything I have. Like,
Me
you know,
too.
and I think it's good to do that every now and then. So hopefully we can. Pasadena. I did see something in Pasadena.
I did too, but we haven't gotten anything yet on what's the next move.
Thank you, Bunny. Maybe you can catch it. Yeah, I mean, look for us on Wednesday sometime. And let's be thankful together.
Yeah.
Hey, let's be thankful together.
Let's have a be thankful orgy.
Oh man. Dude, we need to get we need to go live with Jordan one of these days, dude. Because I know he
Well, maybe Ronnie will see my message. Maybe we'll just get Ronnie and Jordan on here and we'll go over. We'll teach Ronnie.
That'd be
because
cool.
what he said on his comment to me. So I want to know if he tried it though. I really do.
I know. All right. Well, we're gonna vamp on out of here, but thanks for watching.
Yeah. Bye, everybody. Have a great Saturday night.